Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Tome of the Guardians. So, who wants to tell me what we did last week? I suddenly cannot remember.
I have a 7-word summary of what happened last week. Last fortnight.
Excellent. Whatever.
Last session. Let's see if I can remember it. Rook got trauma. Rook's brother got game.
Hey! Good.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Rook's brother likes Claude, and Claude likes him, and maybe that'll become something. Who's to say? They have a date for next time they're both in Frell. So that'll be fun. And because we met Rook's brother, we got to learn a lot about Rook themselves.
A lot more than we learned from Rook.
Exactly. And Rook wanted to look at the pretty night sky.
Yeah.
And Mallow wanted to slam into Rook like a train and force Rook to confront their trauma. Well, not force, but just be
A bit force.
A little force. Just some force.
I think Mallow was very insistent that Rook at least say whether or not they were ready to talk about their feelings, and Rook wouldn't even answer that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
Rook was more like, what feelings?
Well,
Who
sometimes
has
when your
feelings?
fight or flight is activated, instead of fighting or fleeing, you just freeze.
Yeah, Rook has a freeze response.
Fawn?
Yeah,
Flight, freeze, or fawn.
Yeah.
Like fawning over someone?
Yeah.
No,
Fawn is when you go. Yeah, fawn is when you go along with what the other person wants.
Like submissive sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
Submissive makes it sound like it's like an
But like
acceptable
if someone is trying to make you leave the room and you don't want to leave the room, your instincts kick in and you leave the room anyway because you don't want any trouble.
I got you. Wouldn't that be flight? Well, okay, no, never mind.
That specific example is both fawn and flight, babe.
I
Okay.
understand the concept. Thank you.
Sorry, I apologize. I chose a bad example.
No, you're
Okay. Okay, I have a knife. Give me all your money. Your options are fight back, run away, freeze in place in terror, or give them all your money. Fawn is give me all your money.
fine. Okay, concept. I self-destruct and explode.
That's
That's
freeze.
fight.
That's freeze.
Oh, I thought that was fight.
Well, it depends on how much damage the explosion does.
Yeah, no. Hey, man. We're a little bit anxious right now. We're making a lot of noise, aren't we?
Are you
Also-
having a fight or flight response, baby?
Potentially,
Also,
option 5. Fuck this.
Max
Oh, wait, that's
agrees with
also-
that option,
Max, come here.
and with that, he's going to flight.
Maximum.
I'm sorry, Max. I didn't mean to offend you.
Come on, baby, let me eat some food. And also block off the trailer.
Is the young man being escorted away?
So you have the poopy butt bones.
Maybe.
It's possible.
When's the last time he was out?
I don't know. I was asleep.
Hey, babe.
Yeah?
When's the last time Max was out? Okay, just checking. I just,
That's how he acts when he has poopy butt bones too. It's how he acts when he's not getting what he wants.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes needs, but often wants.
So yeah, I think the summary is basically just we have left Chiltern, and on the road we happened to pass by Cephas, aka Rook's brother, and then we
Mhm.
travelled with him for a bit.
Mhm.
Cephas has an excellent dog.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Paying. Oh, I seem to remember that Cephas also had like a very nice selection of traderly goods since he is a trader.
That is correct.
Cephas has the good shit.
Yeah.
And then Karen had the good shit.
Yeah.
Cephas is a very successful businessman.
Rook says loudly while winking at Claude, and by winking we mean blinking both eyes. That feels like
But
something
purposefully.
Rook,
feels
why
like
are you
something-
staring at me? Do you have something in your eye? Rook, are you okay? What? No, I'm fine. Stop asking me that.
It's like, I know only some people can wink, and I just feel like Rook can't wink but tries to, so it's like.
I can kind of wink, but it looks really embarrassing.
Do you have to do that with your face every time?
I think so. I don't think I'm capable of doing it otherwise.
That's really.
I think that's
Oh,
worse.
yeah, it looks like you were in so much pain.
Yeah, so I have to do the mouth thing. See, yours looks natural. I'm very mad.
I remember
So mad.
Lindsay, when Lindsay does it, it's like incredible.
When Lindsay does anything, it makes us horny.
Well, yeah, but she has like an incredible wink. That's all I'm saying.
Lindsay's coming down towards the end of the summer.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
And who's got a guest?
Is going to guest.
Is
in the
going to
game.
guest.
Wait, did you say Lindsay's going to guest?
Mm-hmm.
On this
It
one?
won't be for a while. Yeah. She's coming
Yay.
down in like July, but very
still.
excited.
Yeah, that is exciting.
That's exciting.
Mm-hmm. I asked her about it.
Yes, star?
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Is she going to be our big bad?
She is not the big bad.
I don't think we can plan that because, like, last time Hannah was like, "I've had this puzzle ready for a month," and we
Yeah,
were
and
just
it took
like,
us like 3 sessions to get to it.
I'm getting better at guessing how many sessions my things will take you, but not good enough to
schedule a big bad.
call a mark out on that.
That's fair.
If she happens to be here during a boss fight, I might let her run the boss.
That would be cool.
Or at least have the boss.
Mm. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Just slipped that in there, didn't you?
Sure did.
What's going on?
Hannah slipped in.
Every boss you have fought so far has had a pet.
I know.
Every single boss has had a pet.
I know.
Oh.
I'm just. That's.
I just feel like the one animal companion per adventuring party rule is not being applied here.
Yeah.
Well, they possibly got their pets after they left their adventuring party.
You know, what happened to
They're
your
clearly
house
not
rule?
adventuring together anymore. Also, who was Sienna's pet?
The firewolves.
Those aren't pets, those are people.
Were they?
I don't...
They can turn people into firewolves, but the ones that accompany her might have just been the cursed animals.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Who's to say we killed them?
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
That's of him.
Just gonna bury that deep down, not think of it again.
Yeah. Root. Well, actually, Root doesn't approve of you doing that. You should really like think about it, the problems, and like,
Hypocrite.
Is that so, Rook?
yeah. Let's talk about it.
Why don't you talk about it first, Rook?
Anyways, I will let you guys choose. Would you like to get uneventfully back to Frell, or would you like another roll on the random encounter table?
I can
think
go
roll.
either way.
Yeah, let's roll. I want to know what's on the random encounter table.
Okay, my binder.
Maybe we'll get a 7.
Who would like to accept the burden?
I don't think you've actually done the bird. Have you done it recently?
I want to say you were the last one to do the bird.
I feel like
feel
R
like-
usually does the burden.
I feel like I did it recently, but if you are like, I don't know when I did it last, like, I don't.
I accept the bird.
D100.
Is it a D100?
It is.
Damn. Fine. You know what? You're really cute, and you're really.
Alright, 100?
Mm-hmm.
24.
lucky.
24.
So lucky you're cute.
I'm actually going to ask you to roll again because you have already had a sibling encounter. This strategy.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'm just gonna park that 24. Keep it for another time.
It was 23.
Just a little skin check, baby.
Is it still a sibling encounter?
I'm going to ask you to roll something that is either lower than a 22 or higher than a 29.
Are all of
Oh,
those
yeah.
sibling encounters?
Rook has a lot of siblings. A 99 is perfect.
Is that how many siblings Root has?
Well, technically,
6,
a
right?
23 is that is Rook's uncle,
yeah.
but we've seen him recently.
99 bottles of clover.
Siblings.
Yes.
Don't sniff the dice.
1, 2,
You can't eat them.
4,
You can't
5,
eat them.
6. Yep, 6. Sally has that on track. On lock.
Okay. Anyways, okay. So, you guys take the roads back to Frell. You find a location where they branch off, and Mallow shows you guys a shortcut that you didn't take on the way in.
I love a shortcut.
Nice.
It's a real shortcut. It's not. It's okay.
Okay.
You're a ranger. You know what shortcuts are.
Okay.
You know how big letters should be.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I do know how big letters should be.
Good.
Big ass B.
Along the way, you pass what appears to be the sort of mossy ruins of an old, it's probably not big enough to be a castle, but maybe like a manor structure or something. And in the front of said castle is a broad, flat table of stone, like a good size flat boulder, and partway ensheathed in the stone is a sword.
Oh, no.
What kind of sword? Does it look nice, or does it look like old and rusted?
It looks completely untarnished despite having clearly been there a long time.
Ooh, I want to go and see if it's magic.
Help you?
Okay. How are you ascertaining that?
Okay, well first, I'm going to pull up my character sheet because I somehow forgot to do that.
Okay, good start.
Karin is going.
I am
towards the
super
sword.
prepared.
Karn is headed towards the sword.
Karin's just like, dick out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, okay, what I've immediately done is misspell my character's name, so we're off to a great start.
Okay.
How'd
Wait,
you misspell it?
There's not that many letters in Crozu, but okay.
I spelled it Crozo.
What?
I wouldn't do that to you.
Okay.
Well, I actually 100% would do that to you, but I didn't think of it. So,
Are you asking her if this is going to be a back salary moment or?
No, I've had a bad experience with an intelligent sword that a DM gave me once.
and kept giving her, even though she tried to die and throw it away and change characters.
Wow.
So
This sounds
so
worse than Perry.
For
I
context,
Harry.
the sword
warned
name-
you!
No!
wait a second.
Mew Mew was an anime body pillow that was alive.
And
but
I think
also
it's
a
actually
sword.
named after an anime character, but I do not know which one because I don't partake of the anime as often.
He-
as
The thing is that
He told us repeatedly it was named after an anime character,
Yeah.
and then after that, my brain was just white noise.
when I hear Mew Mew, I think of
What
that
was the
one
white
Kat Dennings scene in Thor 2 where she calls Mjolnir Mew Mew because she can't say Mjolnir.
I got you.
So
Yeah,
Right.
not even that cool. Not
I
even that
have
cool.
no memory of Thor 2.
That's
a bad
fair.
movie. I saw it before I saw Thor 1.
ooh,
Oops.
So I'm walking over to the sword. I'm not immediately touching it, but I am kind of examining it and looking for, any kind of arcane runes by doing a Arcana check.
Okay. And Karin, as you walk over to the sword, how are you approaching it?
pull it out.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to ask that Crozu make an
Yeah.
Arcana check. And I am going to ask that Karin make me a strength check.
Strength check.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm starting to think that we should have switched, because what I got was a 6.
I got 5.
We're
Great.
doing so great.
You think you might have pulled a muscle. The sword's pretty in there. Dally, it's
Yeah.
shiny.
Shiny.
It's really stuck in there.
It sparkles a bit in the sun.
It's real
Someone else
pretty.
want to give it a try?
Yeah, I bet if I pull it out, I'll be the true king of, I don't know, rocks.
Rocks.
There's only one true king of rocks.
That's true. I will fly over and
I'm sorry, you're going to lift this with no, like, you're flying.
I'm gonna fly over to it
Okay.
Land.
and
Okay.
place my feet on either side of the sword.
They
and
are going to
pull.
brace themselves, okay.
God damn it. Fuck. Wait. Okay, I have inspiration. I'm gonna let you guys go. Wait,
If you'd like to use it for this, you can. What did you roll?
6
Well,
plus 1.
technically, you did better than Card.
It's better than me, so.
Technically, you did
Anybody else
better.
Try first. I don't
I
really.
did.
Okay,
Like,
I'll get Clud and then I'll go again.
Bud sees the nonsense happening, figures, why not? And he heads over, kind of
Use sword.
stretches a little bit, rolls his shoulders, and tries to pull it. Okay, that's a 13.
Okay. It rattles a little bit when you yank on it, so that's pretty good for you.
Nice.
Bud shrugs and walks away.
Mallow.
Mallow, mallow.
I will allow the chanting to give you a +2 bonus.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to the sword, and I'm like not gonna like yank on it. Like I'm just gonna like kind of gently pull it to see if it like wiggles or anything first.
Okay.
And then I guess I will put some strength into it if that does not.
It
Bear
does.
fruit.
It does not wiggle.
I just thought maybe.
It's a sword and a stone. It's
Listen, sometimes it's a magical puzzle where the harder you pull, the more it resists.
Hold on. I don't remember what my strength modifier is. Not that I guess that will be great, but I don't remember.
You get a
what it is.
+2 on top of it.
it's not high enough.
Okay.
Well,
Was it a nat 20?
crows.
It does not require a natural 20.
Crows. Crows. Crows.
Am I allowed to
will
try-
allow you for chanting again.
Sorry, am I allowed to?
Mhm.
Okay.
You get a +2 for chanting.
You can
Yay.
do whatever you want to get this sword out of the rock. Like,
Well, okay, this may sound silly, but I want to just kind of look around and underneath the rock to see if there's a release mechanism.
you know what? That's a very good thought. Why don't you roll me an investigation check?
I think
Can
someone
I
at
get
Disney-
someone to help me? Or like, can I sort of say, I wonder if there's a release mechanism somewhere. Can someone with better eyes help me look?
I don't have better eyes. Wait, perception or investigate? I don't
Investigation.
have better eyes. I'm gonna deal with the dog.
I'll help.
I want to give the assist action to anyone with better investigation than me because I have zilch.
Okay, well, since you instigated it, I'm going to say you can have one other person roll also. You cannot give them advantage.
Okay, duly noted. I will roll investigation.
I will also roll investigation.
Holy fucking shit, I got a nat 20.
Okay, I will not roll.
No, roll
Okay.
anyway. You might get a nat 20 too.
I mean,
I'm nat 22. That's impossible.
It was not a nat 20.
it was not a nat 20. Krozu,
Yum.
as you are looking around, you're like getting on your hands and knees under this up under this rock. You're looking real silly. It's you spend long enough that the rest of the party is kind of looking at you, and you can sort of feel their eyes on you. And then, just as all hope is lost, the noonday sun lights up, and you see a rune appear that had not appeared before. You press down on it, and the sword goes and emerges, hovering above the stone before falling gently into your hands.
Fucking incredible.
You got cool swords. Crazy, you're the king of the swords.
Crozu just kind of looks at it and goes, huh, can't believe that worked.
I didn't either.
You got cool sword.
So is this
Cool
thing
sword.
magic or?
I don't know.
You beefed your Arcana roll pretty bad.
Can I?
Oh
roll
yeah,
that?
that's why I'm asking the rest of the party.
Or is it just a 1?
I look for gears to see if it's mechanical.
I will let Rook roll investigation, and one person has already rolled Arcana, so I will let one of you roll.
Natural 20, baby.
Holy crap.
Oh my god. I thought the game didn't want us to have this sword, but it seems to have changed its mind.
I don't have anything to
I think it changed its mind. What do I get for my natural 20 to look to see if it's run by mechanic?
I got 18 Arcana.
Okay, great. The sword is magical.
Wow.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's just like it's not like there's not like a deep trick to it. It's just like a nice +1 longsword. It's probably worth a fair bit of money.
What you gonna give me for my natural 20?
I'm thinking about it.
Secretly a little gremlin in there running the.
Yeah,
Is there a tiny hamster and a wheel in the pommel?
There's a little salt goblin.
Oh, salt goblins.
They've been through enough.
Poor salt goblins.
They're a maker's mark.
Is-
Yeah, it was made by Poppy, if you'll believe it.
There's a
No.
maker's mark, but it's no one you know. It's
Okay.
just like it just says the sword guy.
The sword
Okay.
guy.
Please,
Guys make swords.
please enjoy this free sample from the sword guy, comma, strongest in the land. Exclamation point. You
And it says it in Comic Sans, by the way.
yeah,
Rainbow Comic Sans.
that is correct. You receive I'm gonna say that you can bank an unnatural 20 to use on a non-combat roll of your choice.
Oh, that's extremely
Ooh.
kind of generous. I thought you were gonna tell me it's a sword and mechanically you swing it and it hits things.
Yeah,
Which I think would also be fair. Like, you don't have to give me anything for the natural 20.
I want to reward your curiosity. Yeah, I will not let you bank a nat 20. I will let you bank taking a 20 on a non-combat roll in the future. If the roll is too like plot vital, I will not let you use it, but like something that you care about.
Krozu is going to look at the others and say, "So, who wants a sword?"
And I'm fond of my rapier.
My great sword is better than a longsword.
I don't have a sword. I don't have
You
either
could
sword. Sorry.
have a sword, is what I think
I
they're
was
You
just
just saying.
want a sword?
Somebody else has a sword.
I don't need a sword. I have
Your staff.
right and left. And my my staff. I've got my staff.
Snowdrop says, "I could have a sword.
No Snowdrop.
I could be a sword dog."
I love you so much. You're not getting a sword.
I think that would be very cute.
Dad.
Grozu, do you not need a sword? Or want a sword?
I could maybe do with a sword.
Yeah,
Sword for Krozu.
Krozu's sword. The sword for Krozu.
You pulled it out of the stone.
The sword that's Krozu pulled out of the stone.
You know what? Now that we talk about it, I have a feeling that the challenge sword that we have to figure out how to pull out will not be happy if it's given to someone other than the one who pulled it out. I don't know why. I just have a feeling that the magic sword wouldn't respond well.
The sword doesn't care.
I think Clud is lying. Krozu, meanwhile's like, you think? Okay. And,
People who could really go for it is you or Mallow. But didn't you just get a really cool new axe?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I am going to... I'm imagining that it doesn't come with a scabbard, so I'm going to wrap it up in some cloth and stow it.
No, it comes with a scabbard. How strong are you?
What?
Hey, Hannah, is there also a scabbard buried in the rock?
I think my
The
wife
joke.
was referring to the rock as the scabbard.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm good. It's fine.
Magic release, pretty cool.
The magic release that only works at the height of noon.
Mm-hmm. With a rune.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
You just gotta time out your battles real well.
Mm-hmm.
I just slowly put the sword away.
Anyone like to do anything else here?
Take a look around.
It's a nice little mossy ruin, like
Oh, mossy.
Is it like decrepit? Like, can you go inside?
it's mostly at this point like loose chunks of rocks. Like there's enough walls up that you can kind of tell
Okay.
where places used to be, and like you can go in and investigate and search for like other stuff if you want, but
I'm gonna search for a cool rock.
okay. Roll me an investigation check.
Oh yeah, well. 10.
Okay. You find a rock that is about the size of a robin's egg, and it's pale gray and nicely speckled.
Nice.
Okay.
Very smooth.
Very
Is it
Like the-
just a robin's egg?
No,
I'm kidding.
it's a rock.
Well, my dear friend Mallow is looking for a cool rock.
Your bestie.
And my bestie Mallow is looking for the super
the ideal rock.
the ideal rock. May I look for healing herbs? If we're
Yeah,
taking time to do stuff like that?
yeah. I mean, make a survival check.
That would have been smart, wouldn't it have?
Didn't find any.
What'd you get?
3
Hmm.
plus 4, so it's a 7.
Okay. Well, you correctly identified poison ivy before picking it, so
Nice.
Nice.
Guys, don't step here.
The rest of us are like nowhere near you.
okay.
Snowdrop
Nice.
goes and rolls in it.
Snowdrop, no!
I'm not the DM.
No, Snowdrop is herding people away from the poison ivy.
Oh, what a good girl.
Well, this is pretty cool, but we should probably get back to Frell, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to put those gems back in those sockets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
we
tell
probably-
Janey we're alive.
Carrying around fucking loose.
Vibing.
Well,
Making our way
you never
down.
know when you need a really big, expensive gem that you could,
You know, that's keeping
Kill an animal.
a demon at bay.
Yeah. You never know when you need to keep a demon at bay.
Mm-hmm.
What if a demon came and attacked?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We'd have to keep them at bay somehow.
I mean, it's a demon prince, so there's
Mhm.
that.
Well, then if it's a regular demon, we're probably good with just the one rock.
Yeah, rocks.
Let's get going.
Okay. You guys make it uneventfully back to Frell. I lost track of what day of the week it is.
Same.
Same.
Anyone else?
So make it up.
Okay, let me think.
Yeah.
Repeat. Some.
I'm not very sure.
Live from Frell is Saturday night.
Yeah.
So you all make it back sort of into the evening on Saturday. You have enough time to come in, have a lovely dinner, see Janey. Is there anything in particular anyone would like to do? Anyone would like to see?
Gonna pass you a note.
I can't remember the elephant in the graveyard.
Mother
Oh,
Grizelda?
Gonna take, as long as it's not too late in the day,
Mm-hmm.
gonna take the bone box that we got, the bone in the box,
Right.
take it to her.
I just forgot about
I remembered it.
Yes,
so,
you did.
Callie, you're so smart.
Thank you.
I think you should go and see Tam.
Oh.
Wait, who should you go and see? Oh, Mallow? Because of the necklace?
Because of the necklace.
We
Yeah.
should probably also go. I mean, Mother Grizelda's is right next to the temple. We should probably put the stones in the temple.
Yeah, we
right?
gotta go do
I
that.
mean,
We gotta go there anyway.
We don't. We probably shouldn't wait another night for that if it's a demon prince. You know.
It hasn't come.
I mean, I know we've been waiting a couple of weeks, but like we probably.
At this point, Krozu just kind of gently takes Rook by the elbow and just starts walking in the direction of the temple or the gate, where the gate is.
Mm-hmm.
That's so valid.
Is it a temple, or is the only temple in town the Temple of Palor?
No, there's the shrine thingamabob in the great, like either in or next to the graveyard.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're going there. We're going to the gate and we're going to put the gems in it.
So, your question about religious institutions in town. There is a Temple of Sylvanas not far out of town, but obviously, in the woods.
Sure.
But you've actually done a quest or two for them in the past. Not big ones. You've like gathered herbs for them and shit.
Yeah.
There is a Temple of Palor, pretty central to town. It's not that far from the market. Obviously, you know this because of Karin. Mother Grizelda keeps a shrine to the Raven Queen, and a couple of sort of like, I guess non-denominational is not the right word, but like a group of small altars to like more specific gods of death. That
or like Kalimvor and stuff.
Yeah, or like Weejas, things like that aren't necessarily her god, but are gods that people might be comforted by having offerings to at a graveyard. But she has a shrine to the Raven Queen. It's not a full-blown temple because it's just her. And obviously the Temple of Lorn is a big, kind of sealed, black sort of, not obelisk, monolith, maybe.
Sure.
It's basically a big black cube made of obsidian, with
like in
this
Minecraft.
door carved into it and looking real spooky.
And this is the one. So this is the one that has a gate that has the gems in it, and the gate needs Mother Grizelda to like cast a spell on it regularly to keep it shut. Is that right?
Yes, Mother Grizelda is the sworn guardian of the Temple of Lorn,
Gotcha.
in the sense of guarding it from opening, and not in the sense of,
Looking after Lorn.
Yeah.
Keeping Lorn in, not keeping others out. But also,
I mean, I guess
presumably, keeping others out also. Also
Like,
keeping
it
others
wouldn't
out.
be
Okay.
Like, I want to go say hi to Lorn.
No!
No, you don't.
All right. Who wants to put the first gem in?
I think you two are the only ones who can reach it.
Oh, was it high up?
It's pretty high up.
Okay. Well, why don't you?
I
take
mean,
one and I'll take
like, you could... Mallow and Krozu could, like, sit on each other's shoulders and reach it, maybe, but it's up there.
Undignified. The birds should do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll take one.
Okay, so how many of these gems are you coming back with?
Two.
There's one in the door, that's the purple one.
Yeah.
We're bringing back the orange and the red.
There is no pink gem.
Okay.
Orange and red.
Orange and red.
Okay.
I'll take orange if it matters.
I'll take red. I'm red.
Mm-hmm.
Makes
Matches.
sense.
Clud's all about aesthetics.
Okay, you guys, under sort of Mother Grizelda's supervision, place these into the notches on the doors. As before, though you may not remember, it's been a long time since you actually got one of these all the way to the door. Despite being like very similar looking, it's clear from the way the facets are cut that there are certain, there's a certain hole for each gem. And as you place them in the door, they kind of sink in a little bit and lock into place. And Mother Grizelda says, "Ooh, felt that. Just really grateful for you young people doing this. It means a lot to me."
I'm glad we could help.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the people who had these gems?
Sorry, dear, what was that?
Well,
Fucking text me. I don't know what you're mouthing at me across the table, babe.
also, am I losing my mind, or are there birds going ham outside at the moment?
Oh, there were birds going ham outside. We
Okay.
can talk about some birds in a minute.
Fucking mockingbird.
Are they real horny?
No, that would be fine. No, you know what? You know what? Time out. We're talking about it.
Shall I put
So
a
there's-
timestamp to cut this out later, or
You don't have to cut it out. I'm very upset. So,
go for it?
our door, as you all that live in this country know, opens with a code. And when you key in that code, it goes like beep 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 beep. There's a mockingbird that lives in a nest directly outside my wife's
No.
office,
No.
who has decided that the beeping of someone attempting to enter our home is a good and sexy sound that the ladies will love.
Oh no.
And it likes doing this at like times of day when one person is home alone and like, you know, and it's not like so late that it's inconceivable that someone could be at the door. Just like at a good spooky time or at lunchtime when you're thinking like, man, I didn't think my wife drove out and ran an errand, but maybe she's coming back in, and then no one comes in.
That's
or you're
fucking...
like, I know for a fact where everybody in the house
Yeah.
is. And
Everyone's home,
nobody-
and there's someone at the door.
Who's trying to get into my house?
I hate that. That's horrible.
What a good
Yeah.
bird. Like, it's a terrible bird, but it's good at its job.
I want it on record. I've never heard this bird.
And that's great
Never?
for
I'm
you
so
because
happy
you
for
have
you.
such a deep terror of someone attempting to enter this house.
Yeah. I am like super paranoid.
I am so happy for you. This bird is my nemesis.
This bird hates Allie and Hannah in particular.
I have a picture. I'm gonna put
Of
it
the
in group
bird?
chat.
It is
Of birds.
Yes.
of the bird
I
in
knew it's this
question.
bird because I was talking to my friend who knows a lot about birds.
You're like this fucking bird.
And I was like, some fucking bird has decided that my door code noise is a sexy noise and is driving me up the wall. And they were like, oh, well, what kind of birds do you have around? I was like, I've seen some cardinals and some wrens, and I know wrens sometimes do it, but like, I don't really think this is their vibe. And I was like, but there is this one bird that hangs out by my office window sometimes. I'm not sure what kind of bird it is. I haven't like taken the time to go ahead and look. Anyway, it's a mockingbird. I sent that over, and Faye was like, that's a mockingbird.
Oops.
I think that's a culprit.
Just maybe.
Just maybe.
The criminal. He's definitely looking at you like he's a criminal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, I'm here to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know this isn't actually the case, but the way, the angle of the photo and the way it's looking, it just looks like it's got this really deep frown.
Yeah.
Like it's scowling at you.
Here's a couple of less.
Okay, those look a lot more innocuous.
Yeah, these ones look more innocuous. That one picture, though, he's like, fuck you.
Mask
that-
of villain.
Yeah, that picture is on the wanted posters.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen
Anyway.
this bird? No? Perhaps you have heard this bird.
Yeah, it's
This fucking bird.
this fucking bird is a huge dick.
Complete
And
like a
that's-
solidarity, given that you and Hannah are also birds.
Thank you.
Right? I just thought we could be friends, and this bird's over here like,
but I came next to you.
Hair for
You
the
can't-
hair god.
you can't give back a symbol of a love.
Hairs for the hair god.
It's illegal.
Did
So sad.
did
I
Hannah?
put some of my hair on Hannah.
Oh,
Is it
okay.
because
That was my hair.
I'm honestly not sure whose hair it was. We both have the same color hair.
Our hair,
Anyways.
comrade.
Our hair comrade.
It's all the same. I'm cutting it out of Chester's guts.
We've seen one.
What?
Chester is a robot.
What? Oh my
I
god,
got it.
guys, you're laughing too hard. The mic is cutting out and I can't hear you.
Chester is a robot.
Chester is our Roomba. Well, technically,
Oh, a
shark.
Roomba. Well, that explains... Bucky, you realise that saying Chester is a robot does not help in this situation.
Allie did say Roomba. She just says it weird.
Roomba.
No, Ali did say Roomba after Bucky had said robot.
Ah. Anyways.
Where the heck were we? Putting
You
gems
put
in?
a bunch of
Oh yeah,
things
no, I
in
was
the
asking
thing.
Mother Grizelda if, like, I'm really sorry, Hannah, if this has actually come up in the game before and I have just forgotten. Chalk it up to Crozu not paying attention. Crozu was asking Grizelda if she has any idea about the people who currently have hold of these gems.
No, dear. I know that they're scattered about. I assume they have maybe something to do with the cult of the Flaming Lamb.
They worship Lorn, right?
Yes. Well, they're very excited about him bringing about the apocalypse, the imminent collapse of the entire material plane, at least this material plane. Reshaping it in his image. It's all...
Seems bad.
It is quite bad, but it's also very unimaginative.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah.
Sounds like a standard doomsday cult.
Exactly, dear.
Okay.
For our
This
listening
one's good.
audience, Bee just tenderly placed another hair on Hannah and then gently patted them on the shoulder.
No, you're right, it's yours.
How can you tell?
It's pinker than it is red.
Oh,
Subtle distinction.
here. I just keep finding them, and so I gift them to my bestie.
Hey, Allie. Where's the Advil? Thank you.
Let me hear you.
That's valid.
This one's definitely.
Oh my god. Incredible.
I'm so glad that we have our own washing machine now.
We were taking home so much of your hair.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
God.
You're
How were
welcome.
I'm sorry, how were you getting their hair in your laundry? Was it just
Wash
hanging
it
around
in
in
the
the washing machine?
Put it in the dryer, and then I come home and
And
put on a pair of underwear, and then I'm pulling out a long hair.
What I'm getting
And-
from this is that this household isn't birds, they're cats.
Mm. Hallie had a wizard character for a while who's familiar with a little winged cat.
Thank you so much.
Oh.
Yeah.
She says, yes, dear. So, standard stuff. Watch out for anyone with a giant brand of a lamb on their chest. It's
Not
Again.
not a butcher thing.
no. I mean, I think there is a butcher in town who has like a sign with a carved lamb, but to my knowledge, she hasn't burned it onto her chest.
Yeah.
Like, speaking of bad things, would you be willing to take a look at this? And Karin pulls out the box and with the bone inside of it.
Okay. She says, "Ooh, that's dear. What have you put in your alms box?"
Snowdrop found a really bad bone.
We think
And
it might be
so,
cursed.
And so, dearest, after Snowdrop told you it was bad, you put it in a box and brought it to me,
We
like
were
a
think-
cat.
We were concerned about because of how bad it is.
We
Okay,
thought if we left it out there, someone else might find it.
Yes, I'm seeing that, and I'm worried your incense might also now be evil.
I can get more.
Okay, I'm just gonna and she like reaches into her vestments and pulls out a vial of holy water and just uncorks it, opens the alms box and like pours the whole thing in, closes it again and shakes vigorously. You hear a loud like hissing noise from inside, like baking soda and vinegar. And she kind of opens it back up, checks it, closes it, shakes it some more. opens it again and says, here you go. Sorry about your incense, dear.
It's fine.
There's a finder's fee for cursed relics, and that one was quite cursed.
Yeah.
Well, yes, it's she opens up the box and the bone has dissolved.
See, now it can't hurt anyone. Right?
I wouldn't inhale the fumes, but other than that, it's fine.
I take a big step back.
Are you back in here, then? Hmm? Just a little bit of boxing. Sorry, Max is here.
Hi, Max.
She says, so, here you are, and she is going to hand over you are going to follow her back to her cottage. She doesn't have all of this on her.
Yeah.
But she's going to hand over 10 gold and a potion of damage resistance.
I'll put
the potion in.
okay.
And she says, on behalf of, actually, it's the bounty is sort of with the Temple of Paylor, but I'm the person who curses. On behalf of Paylor and the Raven Queen, we thank you for bringing this cursed artifact here.
You're welcome. I'm glad we now know where to bring cursed artifacts in the future.
Hello, criminal.
And
Is Mel's necklace cursed?
sorry,
Is Mel's necklace cursed?
It's probably fine. I've been wearing it.
my dear, sweet child, are you asking me if the necklace that your friend is wearing is cursed?
Well, we found
Well, she
it.
put it
Implying
on.
that you don't know whether or not it's cursed, and
Put it
your
on.
friend is wearing it.
Yes.
Yeah, I just kind of put it on. It was really pretty.
I mean, does Snowdrop have a problem with it? Snowdrop is the one who told us that the bone was cursed.
Snowdrop, what do you think of my necklace?
Here are some cookies. I need to pray for all of you. And she's gonna leave you all with some cookies and scones and go into the back, just muttering to her idol of the Raven Queen.
Krozu glances at the sword whose hilt is sticking out of their knapsack and then just hides it and pushes it further in.
She's like, we already look bad enough.
It's like, nah, it's good. It's all good. Never mind. It's fine.
Or it's fine.
Well, she didn't reach for the holy water, so it's probably fine.
We should probably have Tam take a look at
Yeah,
it.
do you want to just, if you don't know what it is, do you want to get Tam to take a look at it? Or Karen? Or, someone?
I don't want to take it off.
Don't you want to take it off?
Like a normal amount. It's pretty and I would like to keep wearing it.
Fascinating.
But, you could take it off if you wanted to.
Yeah.
That's what they all say, Krozu.
So prove it.
Yeah, I double dog dare you.
This just seems mean.
We're
Like,
just
what did I
checking.
do?
We're just checking out of concern and care.
Mallow, it's just that you're saying certain things that, given the context, are making us possibly justifiably paranoid.
Well, okay. And I turn the necklace around so I can fiddle with the clasp because I can't fucking see that shit. And I take it off.
It comes off fine.
Okay.
Can I put it
Very
back on
good,
now?
very good.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's
So
fair.
you're putting it back on?
Yeah.
We just wanted to make sure.
And I fiddle with the fucking clasp again. The lobster clasp.
Thank you for indulging us.
I'm just going to very gently sort of take the clasp and just kind of say, can I just do this for you?
Yes, please.
So you're touching?
I'm touching the necklace.
Yeah, I was just asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hannah,
No reason. No reason.
okay.
Just checking.
I
I
put it in my bag. What?
I'm sorry, Ali said
Sorry,
what?
you're taking the necklace
Are you just gonna bite it?
from
With your beak?
around Mallow's neck that Krozu is touching, and you're gonna put it in your beak?
Why?
The metal content.
Okay.
Okay.
So you put
What?
this in your mouth. At the same time, Mother Grizelda turns around and says, take some Make some crumpets when you go.
I want it on the record. Karen's already left.
Honestly, fair. I'm sorry. I think I missed something.
His mother Grizelda, and he's like, "I'll handle it. It's
Here you are, dear.
Thank you very
And
much.
here's Janey asked for some jam to go with them.
we'll keep it safe. I'll keep it safe.
The graveberries are lovely this time of year. You should try some as well.
I'm excited.
Like there's a second jar in there for all of you.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
And please be safe.
Oh,
I
I'll do my best. I can't make promises for all of us.
I swear I missed something, because I think the mic cut out. I heard all of you laughing, and then something about Rook putting the necklace in their beak?
No, you didn't miss anything.
No, you did not miss anything, actually.
No, but why? Why is Rook doing that?
We don't know. I'm testing to see what kind of metal it is.
You know,
Can I
when,
roll for that?
Why,
you know, like when
though?
you made a gold coin
I
to
will
see-
let you roll investigation to bite the necklace.
Why would you...
Investigation?
Why wouldn't you just look?
I mean, unless you can justify something else.
What about, like, could I use... Like, I know I wouldn't technically be using the Tinker's tools, but, like, the Tinker's tools...
I would
might
allow you to use you don't get the set bonus from the physical Tinker's tools that you picked up, but I will allow you to use like your Tinker's tools bonus.
Okay, cool. And would this be, like, a wisdom thing?
Yes, if you're using Tinker's tools, I guess so.
He's so
Okay,
good.
cool. So that's a 23.
Good dog.
Okay. Despite failing the wisdom check involved in deciding to put this in your mouth in the first place,
Rook.
you do successfully ascertain that this is a necklace made of real gold with what you're fairly certain is a ruby drop on it.
That's real gold. And that's a real ruby.
That's what
Have I
thought.
managed to... Have I
I was
managed
like, I
to...
wasn't wondering.
Have I managed to... Have I managed to reclose the clasp, or has Rook accidentally yanked it off Mallow's neck at this point?
I think Rook yanked it off of Mallow's neck. I think.
Gently, but then I just gotta...
Okay, so wait. This isn't in your hands. You
Okay.
just like leaned over and bit it.
I think
Okay, I want to paint you a picture, Allie.
Okay.
So
It's too late, I've already done it!
so
it's like when
Krozu
Yoshi-
is like holding it in front of my neck, okay?
Roast
And
and
you-
you
and you have- And you have
You
like
jump up and
jumped onto my neck, and you're like,
Okay, no. Okay, when Krozu put it out like this, right?
in front
Uh-huh.
of me.
I
Just
I
fucking
just, you know when someone like is eating a donut off a string?
No.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
no.
I just kind of like
Wait.
just for a second, and then I let go.
I kind of am picturing Yoshi when he comes up to my laptop and he's like rubbing his face on my laptop and he's like just very gently bites the corner of it.
I just kind of hesitate for a moment, resume putting the necklace on Mallow, and then kind of step away and go, is that a normal thing for adventurers to do?
No.
I think it was pretty adventurous.
Not in my experience, dear.
If you're adventurers and you do it, it's something that adventurers do.
I don't know why you're directing this at me. I'm not
You're
there.
there. You left already.
It's
Rook,
I've heard of people testing gold coins that way, but
Rook, you don't bite gold jewellery. Gold is malleable. You're liable to dent it.
That's why I was careful.
right.
Why didn't... I'm going back to the guild hall.
Janey.
I really need to get this jam to Janey. The rest of the jam is for me.
Mother Grizelda's not going to blow up your spot on. Mother Grizelda is not sure the rest of you are responsible enough to handle having jam.
Krozu starts to walk out, remembers something, walks back, picks up a small pile of crumpets, walks out again.
Okay. So you all
Yes, Claude will deliver the jam to Janey.
Cruzy has just been silently eating crumpets the entire way.
Incredible.
Um,
Why are we like this?
I don't
Why
know.
is Rook like this?
Sometimes you're overcome with an urge.
You
bite,
sure
to
are.
bite something. Although on the plus side, like a minute ago we were like, why is Mello being so weird about taking the necklace off? And then Rook comes in like a champ and is like, I can be weirder.
Hey,
I got my bestie.
I have a question. Was Rook's tummy making the rum lace and only necklaces could set up?
God damn it. Rook!
So,
I think I see the guild.
You're just gonna move on from that? Like you're just gonna keep going like that wasn't the weirdest shit I've ever fucking seen?
We've seen weirder.
You
I
ate
don't
my
know.
necklace.
I don't know about that.
Nibbled it.
Oh, and that's better.
It sounds worse when I say it like that.
Yeah,
It does. It really does. It sounds really horny when you say it like that.
It was not horny.
I know, but
The way it played out to me was Hannah going, oh, so you also touched the necklace? And then Ali going, I want to bite it!
that is what
exactly
happened.
what
that's
happened.
literally what happened. I know you feel like you missed something, but no, that's just what happened.
Listen, if it was a mimic, it would have reacted.
What?
Oh,
guess.
is that where your brain went?
I
No,
fucking
just thought of
guess.
it, but like, man, wouldn't that have been really smart of me?
I'm at the guild hall.
Or a mimic.
It'd be stuck to you.
Why would you
Start
say
rolling
that?
Constitution saves.
Terrible.
Ali started it.
How dare you?
Wait, what did I say?
I said, what do you do if you vore a mimic?
Die.
That made me want to
To
die.
You're cancelled.
Cancelled. Banned, blocked,
Unfriended,
Anyways.
unfollowed.
unsucked, unswallowed.
Amen.
Right over here.
Who else is at the guild hall?
I'm going.
We're all
Okay.
together.
I'm already there.
Yeah, I was going to say, Karen got there first. Karen was smart and got out of there before.
Yeah. Okay, you all return, and Janey waves at you all and says, "Oh, you're all back! Wonderful.
Hey, Janey.
We're fine
Hi.
and completely normal.
Did I get from Mother Grizelda for you?
Oh, thank you. The crumpets. Did she bring it? Did she send jam?
Yes.
Wonderful. I love graveberries. Some people find them a little morbid, I suppose, but they're just so nice.
I'm excited to try the jam myself. Like she sent some with us, with me.
Oh, wonderful. Well, you could have had some of mine if you wanted.
That's very generous of you, but I will it's your jam.
So it is. I'll share some with Tam.
He deserves it.
He's in the basement with the littlest adventurers.
Oh, dear.
Keep him in your thoughts. They're doing beginning potions today.
Oh no.
What a lamb. Doing jam to Tam Hizzle.
Are you
She
okay?
bit my fucking ankle.
What? I did?
She bit my fucking ankle.
Over.
Not getting attention.
Like, not hard. It's just like checking.
Why are you burying your legs? They're claws.
Someone want to rip my skirt.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. The legs heal.
Oh, that Yoshi's fucking claws. This was from like months ago.
Well, those get less circulation, so they heal slower.
Fair. Yeah, I
Sharp,
just had-
sharp babies.
We have been forever scarred.
Oh, I got that from my ratses. All scritches,
Aw.
all the time.
I remember one time, I had rats when I was 11-ish.
Oh,
So I was in 6th grade at the time, and I went so during the 6th grade, my 6th grade English teacher had us go through this phase where we had to like sit one-on-one with her during silent reading time, And we had to read like passages from the book we were currently reading, like it just for ourselves. It wasn't we weren't assigned anything. So I was reading to her, and my hands are covered in rat scratches.
Sure.
So she's like, "Do you have a cat?" And I'm like, "No, I have rats." And she started like exaggeratedly gagging, and
Ew. Boo.
they're very cute, actually. Hi, I'm 11, and I love my rats.
That's such a wild thing.
Yeah.
Cruzy wants to
Yeah.
sit down next to Karin and ask if he has any of the good stuff left.
And Crozo a whole bottle.
Glug.
Glug. Glug.
Glug.
Fine, I'll share the jam.
Oh, I wasn't pressuring you, but I'll take some jam. Your guilt over.
No,
Okay.
I was just worried that you all might get the wrong idea about me.
There's jam?
Yes, Mother Grizelda sent jam for us.
Not nice.
I'll find some bread.
That's a good.
Oh no, we have crumpets. What am I
You have
talking about?
crumpets.
We have crumpets. Is a crumpet. I've always
Dally gets a crumpet.
Well, traditionally crumpets are savory, but I guess you could have them with jam.
I think what I meant was plain scones,
Oh!
which I thought was the same thing as a crumpet.
Well, I think some people maybe call those crumpets, but here at least, crumpets are like, little circles, that are all spongy. Yeah, they're not crumbly, they're spongy, and they have lots of holes on top, so I can't look at them for too long. And, you put butter on them.
Oh, they're like pancakes.
No?
They look kind of similar to English muffins.
Yeah, that's an English muffin.
They're not
Why?
exactly like English muffins. It looks similar.
Why would you
I have
call it a
never-
crumpet?
I will say that I have never seen anything that has lots of holes on top like a crumpet does.
It's like when you cut an English muffin in half.
It's a cross between an English muffin and pancakes, according to this.
They're plain scones.
Okay.
Is what was sent back with you.
Okay,
That's
good. Scones go very well with jam.
It's
Oh no, Mother Grizelda did. Damn.
Also, the other
these-
thing about crumpets is that they're rubbish unless you heat them up. Like, you put them in the toaster.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyways,
So
Oh.
while we are sitting around a table, eating scones and jam and potentially drinking the good stuff, I would, if it's okay, Crazy will say, we found a book when we killed the bard, right?
We found a book a while ago.
yeah, when you killed the bard.
I thought the book was before the bard.
No.
No, we got to look from the bird.
Did we ever manage to decipher any of that?
I'm not sure. Mallow, don't you have the book?
Yeah.
What does it say?
Do you want me to read like the whole thing?
Or just show it to us?
Would you like me to share the link again in the chat?
Yes.
Yeah,
Like I have it.
story time.
Honestly, you have unlocked more entries than this, but these are the entries that I have written. I caught up a little bit today, but not to where you guys probably are, actually.
My excuse is that I haven't read it because Crozu hasn't read it in character, but also I did not know where the link was.
Well, that's where it is now.
Yay! Keep out, private. The following is the private adventuring tome chronicling the life and deeds of Lady Grey and her fellow Knight Darts. And then in a different font, found your diary, nerd. It's not a diary, Viola. It's an adventuring tome, and next time I'm hexing it.
And now we have silent reading time.
Oh, silent reading time? I love silent reading time.
Hello, Dally editing the recording here. I thought for convenience and posterity, I would add in the journal that we are all currently silently reading. 9/12/423. I can't believe it. My first day as a real adventurer. It was way more difficult to get into a guild than I thought, but luckily I've met some other people in the same boat, so to speak. We're starting our own adventuring guild and calling it the Night Darts. The name was Azuri's idea. He's a little more dramatic than people back home, but Azuri said Night Darts, so we'll be Night Darts. We aren't an accredited guild or anything. None of us have that kind of money, not even Viola, and her parents own 3 alchemy shops in Foxport. For now, we're doing small jobs around town, but I know our big break is just around the corner. 31/4/424. Okay, so maybe our big break wasn't right around the corner, but it's finally happened. Santhos's mother is a real accredited adventurer, and her guild has subcontracted us to guard their mages while they put up a new interguild teleportation circle. She says if we do a good job, she'll consider a letter of recommendation for each of us. We'll have performed a valuable and dangerous service for her guild, after all. 2/5/424. I'm starting to think that Xanthos' mom just gave us an easy job to help us out. I'll admit, money was getting a little tight, but it's insulting. We're totally capable adventurers, and we can take anything the world has to throw at us. Viridian swears his familiar overheard the wizards talking about threats from some weird tradition guild that thinks teleportation circles will ruin the shipping industry, but I think he's just trying to cover for Xanthos so he isn't embarrassed because he's sweet on him. I guess 2 months of scut work and a steady paycheck isn't the worst thing in the world, but there's no way we'll be able to get a recommendation out of this unless something really interesting happens. Fingers crossed. 8/5/424. There's this saying back home, if you want to curse someone, hope that the gods answered their prayers. I never understood it before. 9/5/424. Viola's going to live, but barely. I'm all tapped out of magic for the next week at least, and I feel like I got run over by a cart. I couldn't even light a candle this morning. Viola's going to live, though. She looks different when she's asleep. More peaceful, maybe. Definitely softer. I prefer her awake, though, even if she spends a lot of time teasing me. If I ever find those flaming lamb bastards again, I'm smiting them, bringing them back, and smiting them all over again. In different handwriting, it reads, "Can't get rid of me that easily. Also, your hex game is weak. Get counterspelled." In the original handwriting, "Glad you're feeling better, Viola." And now back to your regularly scheduled D&D session.
Are we just reading this in front of Janey?
No,
We just throw this book down in front of Janey and start reading?
I think we're all just sitting at one of the long tables.
I mean,
Yeah.
Janey was interacting with all of you, but I mean, she can be there or she can have wandered off in the meantime.
I thought
It's up to
she
you
had
guys.
wandered off by this point.
It's gonna tell me we found more gems.
You're welcome to do that.
Okay. Hey, Janey.
Oh, yes?
We also found another one of those gems for that temple, and so we got that back in the door.
You found another gem for the temple? I thought you were going to see about evil toys. You found a gem there?
Correct.
Yes, and then we found another one with the flame wolves. I don't know if we told you.
Correct.
You mentioned it. That's troubling.
It is very interesting that all of these are what
Oh.
seem to be related.
All three
Yes.
of these women wouldn't tell us what the fuck they were doing, were really ominous and shit. They had these gems on them, and they all disintegrated when we killed them. What the hell was that about?
They disintegrated?
Correct.
Yeah.
They did do that, right? And no one, cast anything that would make them disintegrate. Or
Oh,
did
that
we?
was going to be the next question, is if someone had cast disintegrate.
I'm a good puncher, but I'm not that good.
Out of
I don't
character,
have
no
that.
laser rifles, no plasma rifles.
I don't have access to that kind of magic.
I don't disintegrate bodies.
I just have a sword. A rapier, specifically.
That's troubling.
Does this sound familiar to you at all, Janey?
Not in particular, just a sort of magic that I'm unfamiliar with at this point in my rather lengthy life is a little troubling in itself.
Huh.
I could ask around to some of my more magically inclined peers, see if anyone's heard of anything.
You don't mind.
Have you asked Mother Grizelda about it? She would know more about bodies.
I suppose
And-
I
That's
asked her if she knew anything about the people who had taken the gems, but I don't think we mentioned the disintegration to her.
I can return and ask her myself. I think she trusts me more.
Sorry, Janey wouldn't laugh in character.
Wow, you're so humble, Claude.
It's just that she trusted me with the crumpets and jam.
Oh, well, in that case.
While
You're very strong.
while Rook was biting the necklace.
You
Okay,
bit
no,
a
actually,
necklace?
that's fair.
Tested a necklace to see what it was composed
With your
of,
mouth.
and also to see if it tasted cursed.
Do we think Rook might be cursed? They've been
I
acting
see.
weird.
Tasted curse. You know, there's a fairly entry level spell called Identify, right?
I don't do magic.
Dear, if you don't do magic, how are you supposed to know if something tastes?
Well, I would
By taste, of course.
I mean, I don't think it would taste like normal metal, right?
Crozu is
Because
swigging from the
normal
bottle again.
metal tastes- Everybody knows what gold tastes like. So
No.
Janey's
That is
going
not
to
correct.
Janey's going to pull a ring off her finger and say, "Lick this."
okay.
First of all, why did you just lick something someone handed you? And second, what did it taste like? Go ahead.
It tastes like
She like wipes it off before she puts it back on. It tasted like a ring. It tasted like a ring.
I don't get to roll.
Yeah, you know what? Roll. What are you rolling? Are you rolling investigation, arcana, or tinker?
Natural 20.
Oh.
You didn't.
Yes. Yes.
I like these unnatural 20 that we saved before.
What the actual fuck?
This is a very important roll to me, and Rook is proving a point.
It's a ring of spell storing that contains counterspell.
Tastes like a ring of spell storing that contains counterspell.
Janey puts it back on her finger and says, "Actually, no further questions. I've learned something today, and that's on me. I should have a more open mind."
I will say that as soon as Rook says it tastes like a ring of counterspell, I spit out the wine. I do a spit take.
I posted a picture in the chat.
B, are you okay?
No.
Where did he go?
You seem to be on the floor, my dear.
Why are you on the floor? I can't take it.
It's floor time.
Okay.
We've all had floor time.
Okay, B's having tummy time, so yeah.
Yeah.
She's vacuum back there. Nice and clean.
Anyways,
Sure, Rook.
it is nice and clean. The floor. Yeah. She says, okay.
I'm rating it.
Well,
by magic items, by taste.
if you roll high enough, that's not like a permanent skill you have.
It should be.
No.
Just once in a blue moon.
Only when it's important.
Only
when
when
it's funny.
it's Roger. Yeah, it's Roger Rabbit rules. Only when it's funny.
Good spin.
At this point in time, there is a flash of light and a loud hiss from
Oh, no.
the
Oh, no.
basement stair landing, and Janey says, "I'm just going to go check on."
Oh no, they got down.
Let's not back up.
Will do. Thank you for teaching me something new today, Root. I'll just and she's gonna grab there's a shelf with bottle labeled potion of fire suppression, and she's just gonna grab it as she goes down, like shaking it up.
Fantasy Costco's fantasy fire extinguisher.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. There's no fantasy Costco in this one because it's not a big enough town, and that makes me a little sad, but
Yeah, but you said there's a fantasy Costco somewhere nearby.
yeah, it's about a day's ride away. Fantasy Costco, where all your dreams come true. Got an idea for you.
Incredible.
But anyways, yeah. You hear a lot of cools from under your feet.
Everything's
And
going well.
then Snurt's nose pops up from under the floorboards and says, "Shakshuka."
The shakshuka.
It's an egg dish made with eggs and tomatoes. It's like baked, and you eat it
Oh.
by scooping it up with toast.
Thank you. That sounds delicious.
Good, made it already.
Oh, thank
And
you.
you like slides out a skillet. Careful, skillet hot.
Here, Karin, you pick it up.
You're fine. Here's the toasts.
Thank you.
So you are all able to enjoy some shakshuka for dinner. Is there anything anyone else would like to do before bedtime? Eventually,
Yeah, I want to talk about the diary.
you want to talk about the what?
The diary.
diary.
I want to talk about the diary we
Yeah,
just read.
okay. Yes, okay, talk about the diary you just read.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm just very excited. Krozu, through a mouthful of the thing that Hannah said, kind of points to the last passage that they... Sorry?
Oh, I just said, do you guys know how much time I spent researching egg dishes for this campaign?
You have
Oh my
40 pages
God.
made solely of egg dishes right now?
No.
Oh.
Why would it be?
Dear God. Such a
My For You page, for some reason, has been full of cooking, and a lot of them have been eggs.
nerd.
And also lemon.
Well, that's me.
Fascinating.
Lemon.
Okay,
Lemon brain.
you were saying about the diary.
Krozu kind of just taps a finger against one of the passages and says, "So, this was a group of adventurers that actually couldn't get accredited, so they accredited themselves. Not great, as far as I can tell. And then they had a run-in with... I mean, it says the Flaming Lamb, right? They've got to be talking about the Cult of Lorn.
I think so, yeah.
Sounds like they were, in fact, at odds with the Flaming Lamb.
This diary's a bummer.
But then, if they hate the Cult of the Flaming Lamb, then why would they...
Take.
Actually, do we know that? I'm sorry. I know we know that out of character, but we don't know that in character, do we?
I do not believe that you know in character that the only person I'm pretty sure mentioned in this who has the same name is Viola, and that is a name you did not learn in character.
You're quite right. Okay.
Well, at least one of them stole the gem. Or someone who has the book stole the gems. Maybe the bard was a member of the Cult of the Flaming Lamb and stole the book from this adventuring party.
Maybe.
We haven't checked the chests of any of the people we killed.
Yeah, they disintegrate first.
So we find someone we can just tear the shirt off before they die.
It's a little dark, Karin.
Well, I'm like, if we're fighting and we just happen to tear their shirt off so we can see their
Yes.
And then there's a fan going behind them, and maybe you break a pipe so it rains
This
all
sounds
sexy.
Like the adventures of the great adventurer Kirk.
No. I'm just saying, if we manage to snag their shirt so it reveals their chest, we can see whether or not they're branded or not.
I don't think we should be pulling people's shirts down, even if we're in a battle to the death. That seems...
I'm not saying we pull them down.
Okay, I know. Okay, I know this might sound a little weird because we are fighting them to the death, but I feel like pulling their shirt down during the fight is too low a blow.
I'm not saying
just
pull
crossing
down
the
the
line.
shirt. If it happens to snag on something, that's a whole nother story.
Say it like that. It sounds a lot ooh, well, if it happens to snag on something.
Would you?
Eloise sits down with her own plate of shakshuka and says, "Oh, are we taking shirts off?"
I mean, you can if you want, but
I didn't. The doc brings a basket of toast and says, "No."
I had not planned.
Hannah, can I ask a world question?
If did you say wild or world? Because either way, the answer is yes. But I need to prepare.
It's a world question. So Krozu has experience as a mercenary. With this in mind, if someone couldn't get accredited to an adventuring guild, would being a mercenary then be an option for them? Is it easier to get work as a mercenary than work as an adventurer, or is it different, or is it difficult in a different way?
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
You bet.
I will let you use either intelligence or wisdom as the skill basis for that, whichever you prefer.
Ooh, I'll use wisdom, please. 7.
Yeah.
Okay there, bud?
Okay.
I'm really tired.
Yeah. You need a blankie?
No.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for?
Okay.
12 to 16. Sometimes more.
Man, I would be able to see all of Hannah's DM's notes if I was wearing my glasses. So instead,
It's just open to the journal.
it's just ominous, blurry words.
Ominous lettering.
Okay. All right. The journal.
I got a 7.
What was the question? Whether they could find work as a mercenary?
In Krozu's experience, is it easier to find work as a mercenary than an adventurer?
I mean, it certainly was for you, but beyond your personal experience, I don't think that you have.
I can't make that
You-
call.
You
I
didn't have a great breadth of job hunting. Most of the people you've met who are mercenaries, if they had secret dreams of being an adventurer, they, for some reason, didn't feel warm and fuzzy about sharing them with the other mercenaries.
Fair.
So it's.
Oh, I think it's in.
not a no. It's just a.
I think it's in character for Krozu to say, if they couldn't get accredited as adventurers, I wonder why they didn't just become mercenaries.
Maybe they just didn't want it.
Mm.
Well, I think it's a different kind of a job.
I'm kind of learning that. Mercenary money's good, though. Although that said, adventurer money did eventually become good.
Mm-hmm.
Why do
What's that
people
job?
become adventurers anyway? Like, I'm just out here wanting to earn a living.
Jack says, "Oh well, I wanted to be like a hero. You know, do good in the world. Mercenaries tend to work for the highest bidder."
Yeah, that's why it's so great. You get paid.
Yeah, and there's like a code of ethics that goes with being an adventurer. At least there is supposed to be.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that.
Don't sound so disappointed.
No, it's fine, I guess.
Eloise takes advantage of Jacques' distraction to scoop up an entire egg from his side of the shakshuka skillet and just cram it in her mouth. And she says, "Being a mercenary was all right. Being an adventurer is kind of more fun, though."
Oh, you were a mercenary, Eloise?
Mm-hmm. I made bombs.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's right, yeah.
That tracks.
You run with just the one outfit, or did you move around? Did you run with just one mercenary outfit, or did you do a few different ones?
Well, I ran with one until it ended.
Did it end with a Kaboom.
Legally, I don't have to tell you that.
That's fair. That's fair. Like, I legally don't have to mention what happened to my last boss.
The whole party, just kind of like the monkey puppet, just like...
You were there for that. You
That's
happened
what
to
I'm
my
saying.
last boss.
That's what I'm saying, is like the whole
Oh,
party.
I see.
Eloise says,
I thought you were talking
they
about the
happen?"
shocked monkey. Sorry, what did Eloise say?
Eloise says, didn't they happen to your last boss? And
Legally, we don't have to tell you that.
Yeah, legally we don't have to tell you that.
yeah, but I can break into the filing cabinet. Janey has reports.
And I don't have to say whether I was there or not, because at that point I was not officially employed by Lucky Strike Adventuring Guild. So why did the rest of you become adventurers then?
But once again, looks like the monkey puppet.
Oh, you, Karen.
Something to do. And everyone else was getting shipped off to assignments and they hadn't given me one yet, so I'm like, I might as well do something myself.
What kind of assignment would they have given you?
No, some helping out at other branches of Paylor, doing stuff like that.
Stuff like being shipped out to other branches? This is... What? What does the Temple of Paylor do?
The hell? Like if one branch needs a little bit more help, and like say their numbers are running thin, sometimes other people will be like, "Hey, can you go here and help them out for a little while until they can get their numbers up?"
Like a Walmart.
Is it a cult?
No, we're
Sorry,
really.
that was very insensitive of me. No, sorry.
Jacques says, technically, there's a whole methodology for determining the difference between a cult and a... It has to do with high levels of personal control. And
Paylor's not a
had
person, they're a god.
about cults in Bard's College. I don't know what you want from me.
Impressive.
But the Temple of Paylor, if anyone's wondering, I mean, Karin knows this, but they do stuff like run exterminations if there's any group of dangerous creatures whose populations are getting too high in a civilized area. They help with homelessness and feeding the poor, stuff like that. Every winter they do a weaving drive to make warm coats and blankets.
And so
I don't know, probably some other stuff. They run most of the orphanages in well, at least on this continent.
And sometimes in other areas, like I said, they haven't had a lot of people joining the temple. They don't have a lot of recruits, or for one reason or another, they just don't have the numbers. They'll ask, "Hey, can you send some people over to stay for a bit?" Help out.
Okay, nice.
It doesn't sound... Yeah, adventuring sounds more exciting than that.
Mhm. And I can stay in Frell for most of the time when we're not out doing stuff like that.
Yeah, was Frell was Frell the temple you grew up in?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, adventuring means you get to travel as well.
Yeah. So I get to stay home and do stuff.
That sounds like the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So,
Mhm.
what about you, Clud? Why'd you give up being a privateer and start being an adventurer instead?
I don't know if the microphone picked up Claude's fuck.
Yeah, when
The time has come.
yeah, when Crozu said, "What about you, Claude?" Claude goes, "Fuck." Anyway, he just kind of straightens up and he goes, "Well, as you know, I used to be a privateer, and that was
That's sort of like pirate for wusses, right?
not wusses. It's a legal form of taking other people's things."
Crozy was snickering behind their hand.
Yeah, so piracy for wusses who are afraid to break the law.
It's just the ship I happened to wind up on. I didn't make the choice of what kind of. Anyways,
I steal one of Clud's tomatoes.
hey,
Yes,
that was mine.
I'm privateering it.
You stole it. That's
Yes.
without a license, it's.
I
got
gave
you.
myself
I
a license.
I can do what I want.
Steal, and I give it to... Crazy.
I eat the tomato while maintaining eye contact with Clud.
Tam slides onto the end of the table next to Crozu, sans eyebrows.
Hey,
said,
Tam.
Hey, Crozu. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Tim.
Hi, Tam.
You doing all right?
Yep.
Digging the new look.
This one wasn't me. I want that known. I made a perfectly good example potion, and then I helped Katie.
Oh no.
She made alchemist fire. It wasn't
Wow.
Pretty impressive.
wasn't
Okay,
what
no,
we
yeah,
were
that
making.
is impressive. She sounds like a prodigy.
Wasn't what we were making, is all.
Yeah, but
Is it
now she
what
knows how to
she-
make alchemist fire.
Sure was. So it was Janey says we're gonna write it up as her undertaking a self-guided activity.
I mean, it sounded pretty self-guided.
So you were telling us why you became an adventurer? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. It seems like you're having a conversation that you all really
Oh
want
yeah,
to be having.
thank you, Tam. Crozu. I'm Crozu. Clud.
Bud was very helpful that we'd gotten away from the subject, and then when Tam's like, "So anyway, you were talking," Clud's just like, "Fuck" again, and he sighs and he goes, "Well, I was a privateer for quite some time. I enjoyed being on the sea. I enjoyed the work we did, the skills that I picked up. But when the captain passed away, it just wasn't the same. So I was looking for something else to do, and well, I mean, my fighting skills seemed just as welcome here as anywhere else, and I've heard tales of some great Aarakocra in stories and as adventurers. So I thought that could be something to live up to. So I decided when I found this place, it seemed just as good as anything.
Huh. Sorry to hear about your captain.
I appreciate that.
Give you a pat on the shoulder. On the hip.
What about you, Crozu?
I just kind of picture Mallow just kind of like, smell drama.
Who was that? Eloise or
That was Tam.
Tam? Oh, well,
Eloise is broken into the filing cabinet. She doesn't need to ask.
I steal one of Eloise's eggs.
While Crozu is stealing one of Eloise's eggs, Claude will try to steal some of Crozu's food.
Crozu
Everyone
doesn't.
will stand, I guess.
Oh, okay,
to get it
sure.
on this and steal some of Flood's food. Natural 20.
Are you fucking?
Natural 20 plus sleight of hand.
I rolled an 8.
Why are you rolling all these 20s? What the fuck? I got a 15.
If Rook's getting in on this,
I think it's Ellie's reward for having faith in those dice that we all swore were hers.
Sleight of hand. That is. Where's sleight of hand?
Let me see if I catch you.
I got an 8.
Oh, that's a 5.
Who are you stealing from?
I catch you. I got a
Crazy.
16.
Okay.
I'm stealing from Rook.
I got a 16 to notice him stealing from me.
Claude just wanted revenge. That's all Claude wanted.
I
He wanted.
Okay.
started a
You guys
game.
can work out amongst yourselves whether or not you're successful, honestly.
I will say that because I stole from Clud, I will let him steal back from me.
Big old egg.
But yeah, I'm totally taking some of Eloise's dinner.
Eloise rolled a 6, so.
Yeah, well, this lot ran into me on one of their missions. They were investigating the guy I was working for, Wavy Jones. He ended up going down, and I needed a new place to work, so I decided to give adventuring a try.
And we're glad you did.
What about you, Rook?
What about me? Oh, Ever Toward Adventure.
Ever toward adventure.
You want to elaborate on that?
I don't think Rook does. Let's got your back.
A rare show of mercy from the peanut gallery.
Okay.
Fine,
What
fine.
about you? What about you, Mallow?
I swore I'd do anything to find my best friends, and this seemed like the best way to cover ground.
Okay. Yeah. Does that mean... So, I wrote to my mother's, and I just kind of mentioned about your friends, and, just in case they hear anything, you know?
I appreciate it.
Because, yeah, based on... Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
That reminds me, I need to write to Ra about the arts committee.
Yes!
That's just like, please, let's change the subject.
Damn, why do you want to be a venture?
You guys have some really sad reasons for wanting to be adventurers and stuff.
Mine's
Oh,
perfectly
I thought-
normal.
I think existential ennui is kind of sad. Anyways, just figured it sounded kind of cool after I woke up on this plane with no memories, so.
Wait, what?
What?
Scratch the arts committee, what?
What?
Tam, you're an amnesiac?
I mean, only for a little bit. Like, I remember everything from the past 10 years or so perfectly.
Wait, how old were you when you appeared on this plane?
Hey, Krozu, I'd love to tell you that.
Sorry, what was that?
Were you an adult or a kid?
An adult, as much an adult as I am now.
Out of character question. Tam is human, right?
You guys are taking this really weird.
How old is... Sorry. What is Tam? I'd been assuming he was a human.
Tam appears to be a half-elf.
Okay. Wait, what do you mean we're taking this really weird? He just told us he had no memories from before he got here.
It would not be the weirdest thing that happened to Tam today. What'd you say, Valerie?
I said, wait, what do you mean we're taking this weird? Tam just told us that he had no memories from before he arrived on this plane.
Yeah, don't lots of people, like...
No.
What plane were you on before?
You know, Rook, that's a great question.
No, sorry, but how do you know that you came from a different plane?
Because my first memory is of falling down and a farmer in a field screaming, "Ye gods, that's a portal to a different plane. Paylor, help us."
I guess
Where
that
did
would
you...
do it?
Where did you land? Did you land in Frell? Or... Where did you land? Did you land here in Frell, or?
Well, I mean, a bit outside. Not in Frell, but
And it was 10 years ago?
give or take.
Huh. Okay, well, thank you for telling us. Are you all taking notes saying Tam doesn't remember anything from before 10 years ago?
I don't know. I just think compared to you guys, it seems a lot less sad.
That's not less sad.
That is not.
That is equally
My
sad.
life isn't sad. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with just wanting to make a living.
Loss of a friend is perfectly
Okay,
common. It's
so
not
I'm
that sad.
sorry. I'm sorry. Tragic loss of a friend / mentor.
It happens to everyone.
No.
Tragic loss of multiple friends.
Does not happen to everyone.
Tragic loss of a life partner.
Believe that?
No, Eloise did. And tragic loss of a life purpose.
Say life purpose, but like,
Everyone loses people.
So to be fair, I don't know anything, so.
Why'd you become a mercenary, Krozu?
What? To earn money? God, what the... Root, what the... is with the fifth degree?
That was Mallow.
Oh, did
That
I...
was
No,
Mallow.
root. Mallow...
Root.
Mallow swears by the root.
As in a cuss, like
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
That's adorable. I love it. Thank you.
Sorry, I come up with creative cusses for my characters to use, and then I kind of forget about them for long stretches of time.
You're so
You be
valid.
like that.
I love that.
What was your childhood like, Crozu?
Peaceful, uneventful. Not everything is tragedy.
With loving parents.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, absolutely
I
with
love
loving parents. My mothers are absolute angels.
I love that for you.
And you mean
I
that
also-
figuratively, right? They're
Oh yeah, they're not
I-
Azamar. My mum is an orc, and my mum is an orc, and my mum is an elf.
I rolled 4 6s in a row, so I was just like checking.
Oh yeah.
It do be like that.
Dan, would you mind taking a look at a necklace for us?
Oh, this again.
Sure, I hang on.
Be careful,
he
Luke has bitten it.
he rummages in his safety apron and pulls out the pearl you guys gave him and says, sure, do you have the necklace?
Yeah, it's on Mel.
Mello already put it on?
Correct. And Rook has bitten it.
Sometimes I can tell if
We
things are
don't
cursed by taste.
think it's cursed. Snowdrop didn't complain about it.
Okay, so you've tested it by biting the necklace that might be cursed
And trusting
and
God.
trusting the
Rook
dog. No offense, Snowdrop. You seem great, but I don't know if you have any extensive magical training.
Well, that's why we're just, double checking with you.
Okay, I'm just gonna cast Identify. You know what? I don't have any other questions.
So to take it off.
No, he's just gonna reach a hand over.
Okay.
This is
This makes you nervous, and I find it funny.
What's happening?
this is a completely normal non-magical necklace.
I was right. I was right when I put it on.
Yeah, but when I tasted it, I didn't taste anything cursed.
You
Sorry, go
hear
on, Tim.
a soft thunk as Crozy just lets their head drop on the table.
Tam's gonna just kind of gingerly pat you on the back, then abruptly take his hand off, yank off the safety glove that still definitely has something dripping on it, and then pat you on the back again.
My back itches.
All of this nonsense. Clod's just like, well, I know Sundays are quite busy. I should get some rest.
Agree.
Oh, okay. Well, it was nice to have dinner with you guys.
Tim, talk. How else are the little adventures going? Besides, the alchemist fire.
Oh, they're doing great. They're really successful. Everyone has their own sort of individualized education pacing. But most of them have learned prestidigitation, or at least some aspects of it. There's a lot of
Education.
it's have you ever seen a street magician, not a wizard, somebody who does card tricks?
Yeah.
It's sort of like that, except with magic. Here, and Tam's going to tap on your egg in front of you, and it's
To let you know that I'm wearing my cloak of protection.
yeah. No, it's okay. Tam taps on the egg in front of you, and the yolk turns blue for a brief second, and then turns back, and says, "See, like that, just little tricks. You can also clean things, make them dirty, or
That sounds so helpful.
it's really very useful. It's a fun little spell, and it's not impossible, but kind of hard to hurt someone physically with it. So it's a good one for beginners because it teaches you a lot of foundational theories and magical control. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. Nobody ever lets me talk this long.
You should keep talking.
We like hearing you talk.
I don't know any. Look at me. I know nothing about magic.
You're not being annoying or anything.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just aware that when I said that, it sounded like I was being sarcastic. I wasn't. Now that sounds like I'm being sarcastic. I'm still not being sarcastic. Someone else be genuine. I can't be genuine. Someone else do it.
She's so good. Anyways, they're working on that, and they're working a little bit on mending. it's combined with our wood carving unit, so we have them making these I say we, it's just me. It's just me. But I actually got this woman to come in to help with the wood carving unit. She's really nice. One of her kids is in the Littlest Adventures.
Is it Nike?
Oh yeah, you know her?
She's great.
Yeah. So she has them making these they're little interconnected figures.
Mhm.
They're little creatures that are hugging. And so we have the kids carve them separately and then take a chunk out and put them together and then mend it so that they were always together.
Oh,
So
I mean, that sounds neat.
yeah, we're still kind of at the carving stage of that, but soon we're gonna get to the mending part, and that's gonna be fun. But it was Potion Saturday.
It was Potion Saturday.
Today.
Mm-hmm. What do you do when you're not with the Little Adventures? Like for fun?
For fun?
Yeah.
Oh, I lead the Little Adventurers.
Rook's getting personal. I'm going to bed. Night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
And then there were two.
Hey. Oh, you're not counting Tam? That's kind of rude.
2 of the daisy chain, I assume.
Yes.
Karen and Clyde already escaped.
That's just like, I don't like this. I don't like getting personal.
It's very sing not the rapper, so I'm fine with it.
Goodness. She got frostums
On her nose, on her little snoot.
Hannah's feeding the dog frosting.
Why wouldn't I? She loves it.
Such a good girl.
She is a good girl.
Are you going to tell me you're going to look in her little eyes and tell me she doesn't deserve frosting?
She deserves everything.
She does deserve everything.
She deserves everything as long as it's not going to make her sick.
Right.
Anyways, yeah. Aside from that, I also do some babysitting, and Mother Grizelda's teaching me to knit. I have, well, she says I chose a very good color of yarn, and that's important too.
Yeah. For sure. No way. Fuck. The color picking is really important.
Yeah, and I like going to the magical library and learning stuff about arcane theory.
We have a magical library in town.
Well, we have a bookstore, and they let me check things out for a nominal fee.
Cool.
As long as I don't damage them, then I have to pay for it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool. Sorry, the bird was very loud.
The bird is quite loud.
That's really cool.
Mockingbird, what do you see?
She's gonna try to eat it.
How long have you been with Lucky Strike?
Oh, probably about 4 years now.
How long have the Adam Cats been with Lucky Strike?
Okay, well, so technically, I think the one that's been here the longest is Gordon, and Gordon's been here since a year or two before I got here. I'm not sure exactly because he doesn't talk to me. He just tries to shove my head into fountains when we pass.
Yeah, because he's a dick.
Yeah, he's a huge dick. And then was it Keith that used to, I don't know. We're gonna say it's Keith. And then Keith and both Eloise and Jacques say fucking Keith. Keith's only been here for 3 years. And he used to hang out with Jacques and Eloise, and then he
The Adam Cats.
yeah. I never liked him that much, even when he hung out with you guys. Sorry, guys. And yeah, and the other two, they must have names.
Yeah. I'll ask them next time I see them. Is that rude to be like, hey, we've been in the same guild for like a couple of months?
No, what's rude is that they've never introduced themselves to you or me, I think.
Yeah, okay. Alright, good to know. Do you have any hot tips for getting getting an edge on getting the good adventures.
Have you tried greasing the floor under the table the Atom Cats eat at?
God, Tom. Oh my God, Stan.
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't. You didn't say that.
And
I didn't hear it.
I wouldn't think it was funny, and I did not brew a potion of grease today.
Well, if you didn't brew it, then you couldn't see me picking it up.
Yeah. Anyways, y'all have a good night. This has been a lovely dinner. Good talk.
Yeah.
Good talk.
It was nice talking to you, Tam. Thanks for joining us. You should come hang more often.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Seems like I definitely should.
it was nice talking to people who are adults.
Oh,
Yeah. It's just sometimes it's hard to turn off the part of my brain that is like, oh, you can do it, here comes the airship, like the whole time I'm eating.
Yeah,
Because I've just been eating a lot of meals with
Just gotta practice with other adults. You can come
I don't think I want to practice Here Comes the Airship with
that's not
adults.
But like practice not doing Here Comes the Airship by coming
Right.
and hanging out with us more.
Right. Sure. Fun. Social
And-
interaction.
I will put this not potion to not good use because it doesn't exist.
And your DM definitely didn't forget to do the quest.
Of course not.
We don't have to do this.
we've got a whole day.
Oh, hold on, we still got to shop. Oh, did we get any money from our quest?
Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
You have not turned it into Connor and Jace.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true.
we'll do that tomorrow.
And I don't think you actually know if I think you can assume that Jacques and Eloise have not had time to turn theirs into Nike.
Yeah, they've been hanging out with us for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. We can do it tomorrow.
While we were talking with Mother Zelda.
True.
Yeah, but it didn't.
Okay. Anyways, I'm going to call bio break because I, 1, have to pee, and 2, have to do something totally unrelated to the game real quick.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Totally unrelated to the game.
Yes.
That's not
Anyways.
suspiciously specific.
I have to pee. So, bio break.
Bio break.
10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
There she goes, off into the sunset, to who knows what mysteries.
We're gonna grease the floor around the Atom Cat's table.
Okay, and then who is doing the running / flying?
Mal has done pretty well so far. We could do a throw. We could send Mallow in. Rosie could turn into like a cheetah or something. Rosie, what's the fastest animal you can turn into?
Okay, I need to use the bio break for bio reasons, but when I come back, I will look and try and find which is my fastest animal. But
Okay, perfect.
I will say that if I turn into a fast animal, I can't guarantee that I'm going to have good dexterity for actually, because like if I'm on all fours, but then I could wild shape back. You know what? I'm just going to go to the bathroom first. I'll be back in a sec.
Just consider.
I back.
Welcome back.
Oh wow. Oh right, now I need to look up animals.
Yeah. He had to peace out to go to sleep because he's beat, but he sends his love.
Okay. I hope he's sleeping well.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm 5th level, so I can turn into an animal with max half CR, or it's CR 1/2, with no flying speed. I can use a swimming speed, but I suspect that will not be helpful for quest getting.
You could, in theory, turn into a goldfish and then I can throw you at the wall.
I feel like that would go badly for me.
Okay, so not that I'm helping, but technically, if you turned into a goldfish and were then thrown at the wall, goldfish have what, 1, 2 hit points? Not many.
I would.
Not many.
Oh, then I would turn back into an orc.
Certainly take your maximum hit points as a goldfish in damage in that process, which would instantly revert you back to a druid at full health.
Which would be the point. Because
At which point would I have enough coherence to actually read the quest board and grab something from it?
I would probably make you roll a saving throw.
Interesting. I'm willing to give that a go if you all are.
We will pass it by Allie and Bucky when they get back.
Also, I can turn into a crab, just saying.
Are
A
we
crab might be more aerodynamic.
goldfish?
No! We are throwing Cruzu as a goldfish at a wall.
Oh, for the thing.
Yes!
Yeah,
Allie's on board.
I love it. I'm just gonna throw this out there, just in wondering. I know Hannah's watched some of it. Has anybody here seen a sizable amount of Ted Lasso?
Heard of, not watched.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was skeptical, but I'm very tender about it. It's just a story about a nice man who's so nice that the world throws itself at his feet. Not because he is domineering in any way, but because he's so sincere and nice and good that no one can stand to see him hurt.
Good show.
Yeah, I think Ali mentioned it, and then like a while after, it started making the rounds on Tumblr, and I'm like, oh, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Seems
I saw like
cute.
a small deep dive about it a while ago, but I didn't pay much attention to it.
Here's the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
An American football coach from Kansas, okay,
Okay.
gets hired to run a football club in the UK.
A professional.
Professional.
By which
Premier
we mean a soccer club, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Hang
He
on.
knows nothing about the game soccer.
I do actually want to check. Does he know that it's soccer when he signs up for it?
He does.
Okay.
He is aware that he will be coaching soccer football, but he is not necessarily aware of all that means for the way his life will be.
Yes.
Fascinating.
And he goes to the UK with his coach, best friend, Coach Beard.
Love Coach Beard.
Love Coach Beard.
Anthony Stewart Head plays the most genuinely despicable man I've ever
Anthony
seen
Head?
play.
Yes.
I love
He-
Anthony Head.
He does such a good job. And
He is
brings
so
such a
repulsive in this show
That's
that I
so
had to
good.
double check it was him 3 times.
Who is Anthony?
Good.
Giles from Buffy, King Uther from Merlin.
Got it. He was also in the one episode where Sarah Jane Smith came back in season 2 of Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, he was.
That's
He was the.
that's always the one that comes into mind.
Got you. He was the principal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's very good.
I do also confuse him and the guy who's like the head of Taskmaster. I do confuse those two.
Greg Davis. Yeah.
They do look very similar.
There is an easy way to tell them apart, and it's when they're standing up. Greg Davies is the one who is 7 feet tall. Actually, over 7 feet tall, I think.
Oh.
He
Okay,
is
I've
so
seen
big.
come up on my TikTok, and it's always very good.
It's very.
I've never seen a full episode, but all the clips I ever see are very good.
Of
don't know
Taskmaster, it's absolutely batshit. It's chaos incarnate, and I love it to death.
I believe it's on Netflix, but that doesn't matter until the writer's strike is over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see. I'll just check to see if there's anything free on YouTube.
There is actually. There are a couple of seasons a couple of seasons of it on YouTube, and the seasons that aren't on YouTube are on the Channel 4 website, if I remember correctly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I do know like stuff like Would I Lie to You is also on YouTube because I've watched a couple of those. That's pretty good.
Would I Lie to You is excellent.
Yeah.
Hello. I
Yes.
appreciate your patience with my body.
I was inflicting my newest hyperfixation on the crew.
Cool. And we've come up with a plan for how we were going to beat the animals.
Yes.
Fun.
Anyway, watch Ted Lasso so that I can scream with you.
Where is Ted Lasso?
Well, okay, so it's on Apple TV, which is
We don't have.
Yeah, well, also it's they're one of the
Strike.
Yeah.
strike companies.
Yeah, we couldn't watch it anyway. We don't have Apple
Yeah.
TV.
Well, listen, if you cover the ears of our listener, the future us, you could,
Our one
if
fan.
we privateered it.
It's me. Hi, me.
And the alternative is crossing a picket line. Piracy is a moral imperative.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
correct. And
How
honey
is still
good.
good.
And all the food content on YouTube.
You wouldn't download an omelet.
I
Well,
would
not
absolutely
a-
download an omelette. Oh,
Yeah.
I can turn into an octopus. Sorry, that won't be helpful for the quest board, but it's just good to know.
It's good to know.
I mean, it can very be useful. You can then definitely stick to the board.
So when we finally go into the Jellyman, it'll work out.
There are no jellymen.
There are no jellymen.
It's just like I was a sailor.
If Jellyman turn out to be the big bad, I'm gonna riot.
I don't think Hannah has the heart to.
I don't know.
Do you truly know what I would or would not do to you?
No, I have no idea. I just.
Yeah? I'm just saying that we already fought a jelly lady, so there's no reason to say that there can't be jellymen.
She wasn't jelly so much as slime.
Listen,
Potato.
I think I've said this before.
No, she was
a little-
slime. It's different. I
I'm
haven't
doing
found
lumpy.
goldfish on here, by the way, but I have found seahorse.
Okay.
There's gotta be a goldfish somewhere on there.
Oh, you're so good.
I
You're
mean,
so tr-
there isn't, but I imagine if we smile at Hannah, she might let us reflavor seahorse into goldfish.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Clover. I will also say that the fastest animal I found so far. Sorry, someone else saying something.
I was just asking if a seahorse's swim speed was like 5 feet, like I assume it is.
Swim is 20 feet, but on land it's
Yeah,
0.
lying about seahorses, but go on.
I think they just heard horse and ran with
Y-
it.
You know what? You know what? You can be a goldfish with that stat block. You actually can't be a seahorse with the seahorse stat block. That's
Oh.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, there she goes.
Hi. I am, my love, I am all out of frosting for you.
She went.
I don't think you should eat more frosting.
Be horny.
Well, I love you. Yeah?
I will also say that the fastest animal I found that I can be so far is a riding horse who can move at 60 feet per round.
Well, that's cool.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Well, so
Baby girl.
if we are all ready to kind of get back into it.
Guys, I got to S in the alphabet and it's all just swarm of. Sorry, continue.
No, it'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Krozu, you headed upstairs a few minutes ago, right?
I sure did.
Think at the same
Okay.
time as Quinn.
A little bit after Claude and Carmen left.
Yes.
Right.
As soon as Rook started asking personal questions again.
Yeah.
Right.
Someone remind me who sleeps in what rooms? I know we have some roomies.
Mallow and
Let's just share a room. I think we share a room.
I can't
I don't-
remember. Wait, who does Karin share a room with?
Claude.
Yeah, so I think, does this mean Krozu has
think
a room to
Krozu-
themselves?
Yeah, I think Krozu decided to pay extra to have a room to themselves, if I'm remembering correctly.
That
Yeah.
sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Wait,
Yeah.
does this mean I need to take some money out of my account?
No, it's just sort of an amorphous thing.
Sure.
It's a character decision. I don't really care. But Krozu, when you head up to your room and open the door, you discover that on the little table next to your bed is a what looks to be a gardenia shrub in a neat little green pot.
Oh, I go and look at it.
It's nice.
Garden.
Does it
So-
like
so-
say anything on it on like if it's from anyone or is it just chilling?
Roll me an investigation check.
Oh boy. My thing that I have 0 in.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's fine.
12.
Okay. As you are handling the pot, you kind of pick it up and tilt it towards you, and as you do, just for a second, you see the image of a little pink heart flare up on the side of the pot, and then it's gone.
Oh.
Crozy just blinks in surprise, and then just kind of puts the gardenias back down. Can I don't know offhand. Crozy will know a bit about plants for backstory reasons and druid reasons. Do I know what kind of setting gardenias prefer? Like, do they like being away from the window, or should they be nearer the light, or etc.?
Gardenias, I mean, I can get you to roll a nature check, but honestly, I think Crozu's childhood is enough of a nature check.
Fair.
Yeah. Gardenias tend to prefer, I think, full sun. I'm not actually Googling this, so I'm just going off of where the gardenia in my childhood was planted. So
Sure.
don't
Well, these
take
gardenias in
Gotcha.
this setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tend to prefer a fuller sun, maybe sitting out in the window, or if you wanted to like replant it in the garden or something.
For the time being, I think I probably will replant it when it gets too big for its pot. But as long as it's looking comfortable at the moment, I'm going to put the pot on the windowsill, and I'm going to check the soil to see if it's damp enough.
Yeah. It appears to be perfectly watered.
Okay. Krozu is just going to... It's kind of like, It's like, so this is what it feels like when someone gives you a gift anonymously. Maybe I should apologize to Janey. It feels weird.
Feels weird, man.
I am going to, like, kind of... Wait. How did they get in my room? Oh, wait. I got in Janey's office by picking the lock, so presumably like that. Was my door locked when I went into it?
I think Crozu is the type of person who would typically lock their door, yes.
So it was still locked when I got there. It wasn't unlocked.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to check the lock just to see if it's been picked. I probably can't tell, but I'm going to look just in case there's scrape marks or something.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
10.
Okay. As far as you can tell, there's no little scrape marks or anything around the lock. It is kind of an older lock. You know, but you don't see any like new scrape marks or anything that doesn't strike you as like a...
Okay, the camera's gone. If you all are talking right now, I can't hear you.
Hey, Dally.
Hello, are you all okay?
Yes.
Max is a good boy. He's just a terrible man.
He did such crime.
My
Oh,
laptop
Max.
is for...
Your laptop is what? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
I could see your faces as you realized it was happening, and then everything cut.
Oh no.
As long as it cut before the extremely loud crash.
Yeah.
The microphone just cuts out when anything is remotely loud anyway.
That's good. It's good.
Yeah. So if you're all laughing raucously, it means I can't hear anything.
Oh, no.
I think I have like the sound suppression thing on. If that's ever a problem, let me know.
I will. I think at the moment it does more good than harm, but I will let you know if that changes.
Okay. Sounds good. I banished Max to the other half of the house so that it won't happen again.
Okie dokie.
Poor baby.
Anyways, yeah, you were asking me something?
Christ.
About
Yeah, no, I think... Oh no, I was asking about the lock, and I didn't roll high enough to kind of see if it had been picked or not. So I'm just gonna chalk this up to, okay, someone is, I guess, just being nice. Crozu was just gonna come back into their room, close and lock the door, and kind of go, well, you know, they gave Janey plants to kind of, you know, apologize and be nice, and they're not quite sure why someone is being nice to them, but it seems like the kind of thing these weirdos that they're grouped up with would do. So they're like, okay, that's probably fine, get a nice gardenia out of it, okay. And they are going to just kind of, you know, do their evening ablutions and get ready for bed. And by evening ablutions, I mean tenderly get the two plushies out of the knapsack and press their pulse so they do their little animations, and then set them down next to the gardenia, and go to bed.
Okay.
Thank you for the opportunity to once again write down #LoveWins all capitals 3 hearts in my notes.
I'm assuming these are platonic gardenias, but platonic
love exists.
platonic love can also win.
I love all of you.
I love you.
Gosh.
And I love you, and I love you, and I love B, but he's far away.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Usually when I send platonic gardenias, an illusion of a pink heart appears.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
platonic pink heart. Pink is full of platonic.
Yeah. Pink is for platonic.
Pink is for
I never
hearts.
knew.
Pink is for hearts, and hearts are for love.
Yeah.
Anyway, Crozu goes to sleep.
Okay. Anyone else have anything they want to do before the morning?
We're going to write some letters.
Okay.
Yeah, Claude's...
Arts Council.
Claude was done socializing. Claude's thing that he wants to do in the daytime.
Okay.
Okay.
No reason.
No reason?
No reason.
No reason.
Sounds good. All right. You all wake up in the morning. As always, Karin is up first. And Karin, you swore to me that you would tell us in detail about your morning prayers.
Yes. Karin recites a little thing, the kind of like little creed of Paylor, and then does a small dance.
Oh,
A little dance?
now replicate the dance. I'm kidding.
What?
Oh, no. I said now replicate the dance, and then I clarified that I was kidding.
I cannot move in such a way that I could.
Dally, are you
fair.
able?
Ableism.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
We're teasing.
Okay.
I'll post my apology video tomorrow.
Screenshot the notes app. It's fine.
Problematic.
Yeah.
All right. You all awaken the next morning. I have no more frosting for you.
Hi, Clover.
Okay.
So, as always, Sunday is Snart's day off. On this particular morning, Janey has prepared for you all some ice cream.
Oh.
Nice.
For breakfast.
Yeah.
You're allowed to have ice cream for breakfast.
Damn
yeah, we're
right.
grown up.
I spent a lot of my childhood having ice cream for dinner, so.
Yeah. It's got a swirl of graveberry jam in it, and little crumbled like cookie pieces.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Good.
And she's very cheerfully whistling as she scoops it out to people. She says, "Who's excited?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are we excited
West.
about?
No, it's
Market.
Market day.
Market day. Western tomorrow.
She says, "Yep, I think it's gonna be nice. There's a few extra artisans in town for the festival next week, and Conjurationist Medalkin has set up a she says it's a tattoo shop."
Oh, yeah. Conjurous Medalkin does enchanted tattoos.
She's very talented.
Well, so I hope you all have a lovely market morning.
Thanks, Janey.
Janey? Something we meant to tell Janey. Have we talked to you about the Arts Council yet?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go turn
The what?
I'm gonna go turn the quest in.
Yeah,
Frell doesn't
same.
actually have arts council.
Yet. That's the plan. We want to make an arts council.
Rook, I'm going to let you pitch this. I had important plans for the market, and he's going to leave.
Okay.
I've gone with Karen to turn in the quest.
Incredible.
Okay.
It's not that Claude doesn't want the Arts Council, it's that he doesn't want to be caught being passionate about the Arts Council.
Uh-huh.
Janey says, I mean, it's a nice thought. We don't have so very many wealthy patrons in town that an arts council is necessary to disseminate commissions. Usually it's just like the guild of artisans and craftspeople in Frell. Well, technically they're a coalition because they're multiple guilds. It doesn't matter.
Coalition of arts and crafts.
Artisans and craftspeople.
Thank you.
Arts and crafts. That's what we said.
If you're looking for the artist guild, there's one in Ogashu, but it's honestly mostly those people who sit on the boardwalk and draw your head in funny size.
Yeah.
It's not the most esteemed hall of artists on the continent.
That makes sense. Well,
I want to headcanon that Crowsdo got one of those done when they were working in Ogashu one night when they got drunk.
good. Okay, but the town doesn't have to be super rich in order to have an arts council, you know?
Well,
We can get out of town sponsors.
what would this arts council do, dear? Because typically, again, it's a group of rich patrons who disseminate commissions and funding.
Yeah.
And so while you don't necessarily need a group of wealthy patrons to stand around and say, gee, some art would be nice, if you'd like to do anything beyond that, it does require a certain level of material investment.
Well, we're adventurers. We have some money.
How much money do you think you have?
Well, we haven't turned this latest job in yet.
How much money do you think those two dads of 7 children have?
I feel really bad taking money from them. Maybe we shouldn't.
We're at very least going to go turn it in, and they may not give us a money reward.
It was 7 kids.
I assumed they would be giving us something that was not money.
I have a little over 400 gold on me right now, which is...
That's a substantial amount if you wanted to commission, say, a mid-sized statue singular, or the production of a decently funded play in an outdoor amphitheater.
Okay, well, we were thinking...
Or a single magical item.
We were thinking about getting sponsors. Like
Like the Iller family.
like the Iller family.
I'm not there, but...
Yes, for instance, and I was going to see if
The Iller family is going to sponsor the arts in Frell.
I think they need to rebrand their whole vibe because they're putting off a big kind of evil corporation vibe right now. So if
I
they
assumed that was intentional.
the feeling like their leadership is changing their mind about the kind of energy that they want to put out into the world.
No reason.
Last month, I published in our local paper a commendation of your group of friends that mentioned Clud Iller by name. I received a cease and desist notice of using their sons, their allegedly dead sons, name and image in publications, and noticed that if I did so in the future, it would be grounds for a defamation lawsuit. And a very serious young man in a very serious looking suit came to deliver that information with 2 extremely muscular friends. I'm not saying I couldn't have beaten the crap out of them. I'm just saying I would have been sued thereafter. Anyways, that's why Clud's name is misspelled in all future commendations.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Also, you don't know that.
No, I don't know that.
That's probably Clud's private business, or the Iller family's corporate image, as the case may be.
Don't we want? Yeah, but like, was this like after our last job or after our last job? Or sorry, after our last job or after our last job?
Rook. What you've just said didn't even sound like words to me.
Okay, was this before or after we went to Numina?
Nomina.
You mean
Nomina.
Nomina?
No.
Do.
Sorry.
You can find a nomina with Numenor, I think.
Do.
Either I'm having a stroke or you are.
We went to Nomina.
After
Really?
I had a commendation published regarding your trip to Nomina.
I need to send a letter to my pen pal. And we'll get that taken care of, no problem.
Please do not send a letter to the Iller Corporation.
Okay, well,
They have more money than approximately 70% of all gods.
which is why I think funding this arts council will be A, good for their image, and B, just a drop in the bucket for them. So I really think we've got a shot here.
I'm going insane.
Okay, I also think that like local institutions could help fund it too. Like we could put together like a little like pamphlet or something for the arts council that's got all of like the logos of like the the local institutions that contribute to it. Also, I was thinking
There's no printing shop in Frell.
Jamie is just about to have a fucking aneurysm.
You're going to build a print shop?
With the money we get from the arts council.
I'm
not there.
so happy that Rook is the one pitching this.
Hey,
handy.
on one hand, I'm sad that Clud left because I want him to be there, but on the other hand, I'm so glad Clud's not there.
I suppose that as long as you filled out the proper permits with the Guild of Printers, Letterers, and Typists, that there's no reason that you couldn't set up a print shop in Frell.
We just need a printing press, like a single one. We don't need to make like a whole shop, just one to make these pamphlets.
And then what will you do with the printing press? Because my basement is quite full.
Okay, well, hear me out, because the more people that see that they're getting these great advertising space on the pamphlets are going to, I think it should also have like a good like directory of artists in town. And kind of like anyway, it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but we're thinking of everything now. But listen, they'll see how much of a spread these pamphlets are getting. They'll want to advertise in them. So donate to the Arts Council, and I'll use the printing press to add them and make more new pamphlets that have the new logos on them.
We're so smart.
So, a print shop.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but true or false, you're discussing a location containing a printing press, which businesses will pay money to have to have information about themselves printed on that printing press.
Okay, they'll pay money to the Arts Council as a donation, and as a gift for that donation, we will put them on our pamphlet that we produce ourselves as a sponsor.
It's a non-profit.
It's a non-profit.
Janey is like, well, you definitely will not profit.
Darling, I think it's a wonderful thought. I think it's a very sweet idea that you want to give back to the community. And I really think it's good how much you've thought about this. But I well,
I just imagine Rook looking up at her with these big, round, innocent eyes.
Hold on.
if you open up an unlicensed printing press, the Guild of Printers, Letterers, and Typists will bury you in legalese. They will entomb you in paperwork. You will become a desiccated mummy owl before you dig your way out of all of the forms and cease and desist letters. They print them very, very quickly. It is their one job.
Janey, I hear you. What if we hire them to make the pamphlets?
I think that's a wonderful idea, dear. You'll just have to make sure there's shipping included.
Fantasy Costco has them.
Yes, I'm sure Fantasy Costco has a licensed printing press.
Okay, but I mean that aside, we're gonna get sponsors, local businesses to sponsor the Art Council, as well as global businesses such as, say, the foremost company that handles airships. I'm sure would donate to the Arts Council. I have a shipping company that might donate as well. I know a merchant who just had a very good trip that perhaps would donate.
I need everyone to know. I need everyone to know that I posted a picture of a very sad owl in the chat, and Dali replied, "Oh my god, it's them, the owl who doesn't know how money works."
Rook, dear,
Yes.
I think it's sweet that you are so trusting. But have you actually, when these people have told you that they own the largest shipping company in the world and also the largest airship corporation in the world and also are a very successful merchant, have you fact checked any of that, or are you just believing them?
I mean,
It's just statistically very improbable that you would know all of those people, some of them in extremely directly competing businesses.
well, one of them's my aunt, and one of them's my uncle, and one of them's my brother. And then I've got another brother who heads the union for the airship engineers. Listen, if we put a big poster for up on them on our pamphlet, I'm sure that they would donate something because we're like they're really hot up in the heels right now in their strike.
And which of these people taught you to taste curses with your mouth?
Oh, I've got a cousin who's a werebadger, and he likes to lick things a lot. He just kind of taught me that.
Janey needs a nap.
I'm going to go put my head in the fountain, dear. I really hope you have a lovely market Sunday.
Support for the I'll send you. We'll write up our proposal and send it over to your desk.
I will check the budget.
Thanks, Janey.
Incredible.
Janey is going to go and put her head in the fountain.
Janey knew who Rook's family is.
Sort of.
Not like that.
Sort of. Janey knew who your parents were.
If you need some travel guides, I've got you covered.
That made her want. That made her want to die.
Yeah. Okay. Market Sunday is indeed bustling a little more than usual, because it does look like people are coming into town already for the Feast of Pelor. You know, it's not like crammed to the gills yet, but you're getting some like early revelers, people who are on like a longer vacation.
Visiting family or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Christmas. Some shit.
Yeah.
So Crusoe and I are gonna go turn in quest.
Okay.
And Club's gonna go make a purchase while no one's watching.
Okay.
Okay.
And I've got my knapsack full of toys for no reason.
For no reason.
Yeah.
While we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Claude's
You-
also doing something for no reason, so we're bros.
We're all good.
You guys head into off of the market square and into a more like residential area. You guys have already been to Connor and Jace's house. You know approximately where it is. And you are greeted by about a half dozen screaming children, give or take one.
Give or take.
Krozu is hiding a smile.
What you one of them in particular says Krozu, and the baby half orc that you befriended last time runs up and hugs you around the waist.
This is the one who had like a toy intellect devourer plushie, right?
Yes.
This is it. This is how I die.
I awkwardly ruffle her hair.
I think it's
Sorry?
I think it was see him, but honestly, I don't have any idea where my fucking notes went.
Suck, I've got it on my note.
For all we know, they're all gender fluid and use any pronoun.
Yeah, not all of them.
I remember there was a little girl,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm assuming...
Lozar is the orc kid.
Yeah.
Lozar is the older one. There are 3
Yeah.
orc kids. I've pasted in chat what we know about the kids so far. So there's Jace...
I should not have added your child knowledge, Dally.
No
Sorry.
reason.
When there's kids involved, I take notes.
It's the kid holding again. Get a plushie or whatever.
So Jace is a high elf, Connor's the human. Jace has biologically, Jace has 1 elf kid and 1 tiefling kid. Biologically, Connor has 1 human kid. They adopted 3 orc kids, and they also, someone left a dragonborn on their doorstep.
At that point,
Why not?
just seems like they know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. But yeah, I kind of awkwardly ruffle the little orc's head and go, "Are your dads home?"
Huh?
We have business with your dads.
Oh, yeah, Papa's home, but Dad isn't.
Do I remember which one Papa is?
I am not sure you have been told.
Okay, fair enough. Is your dad... Is Papa an elf or a human?
Papa's an elf.
Thank you. Jace, it's Daisy Jane.
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you, Dally.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jace, it's Daisy Jane. Krozu calls through the house.
Oh, excellent. Hello. Let me just and Jace is going to kind of totter in, taking off what appear to be some like heavy dragon skin gloves as he goes. And you notice that kind of trailing behind him, Karin, is the little tiefling girl who kind of peeks out from behind his robes and very shyly waves at you and then ducks back.
Turn ways back.
So, Karin, you want to explain what we found out to Jace?
Oh, yep. We figured out who was making the bad toys, and we have put a stop to it, so there will be no more bad toys.
Okay, good. That's great news. Did Jace is kind of looking at this like gaggle of young impressionable children and leans forwards very close and says, did the people who did that happen to have any owies when you were done?
Krozu is going to say, "Hey kids, who wants to show me the garden?"
Immediately you hear me, and one of the Dragonborn kid, Kimbra, says, "I just burnt a flower. I'm sorry."
No.
Well, quick, you gotta show me the burnt flower. I haven't seen one of those in a while.
If I may share this, I'm sorry, this just reminds me of when I was working at the kids museum
Mm-hmm.
and a dad was trying to get his 5-year-old and 2-year-old to leave. And he's just like, "Come on, guys, come on, it's time to go, come on." And I look at the dad and I go, "I got this." And I look at the kids and I go, "Who wants me to carry them to the door?" And they both go, "Me." And I picked one up in each arm and made exaggerated stomping toward them.
Goals.
And they left.
Aw,
They're dead.
that's cute.
Yeah, I raced the kids into the garden.
Yeah. Immediately upon you being excited about the burnt flower, Kimbra perks up and will follow. The only kid who stays is the little tiefling kid who is like very enamored with you, Karin, and keeps like looking down at your hooves and then looking at her hooves, and eventually like tugs on Jace's sleeve and whispers something to him, and he says, "Yeah, no, just like you."
Oh my god.
So good. Representation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he eventually just kind of like picks her up, and you see him kiss her on the head and then like wave his hand around like over her head where she can't see.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Okay, she can't hear us."
Yeah, they have been fully dealt with. They will not be doing anything more.
Thank you. I
Sure.
just I appreciate knowing that. I just can't imagine what would possess someone to. Was it a possession? Was it like a
It did not seem like a possession. Definitely someone out of their mind. I would best describe someone who's, from as best we can tell, been alive a little too long.
troubling? He kind of like rubs a hand over his ears and says, "Yeah, well, wouldn't want that." And you see him
Oh, right.
dispel the magic over his kid, and he says, "Well, thank you very much for all of your hard work, and Liesel, do you want to say thank you?" And Liesel kind of very shyly waves at you and whispers, "Thank you."
We want to make sure that you and your siblings are perfectly safe.
She is done. She is buried her head back in her dad's robes.
She's like, "Oh my god,
This is the extent of her social abilities right now.
Well, let us know if there's anything else that we can do. We're always happy to help.
Thank you so much. We set aside some. We don't really have a ton of spare cash, but we do have this. This has been in Connor's family for a while, and we wanted you guys to have it as a thank you.
Yeah, we can't. But I don't want to make you have to give up any family heirlooms or anything like that.
We want you to have it.
Okay.
And he's going to hand over a very sort of like old and antique looking ring. It is definitely not like in the current style, but as he hands it over, you can feel that there is like magical energy rippling off of it. And he says, "Yeah, Connor doesn't really like wearing it anyways, so."
That is absolutely fair. Except just let us know if there's anything else more you need.
Of course. Thank you guys so much.
That's our job.
Yeah. And
you are not here.
Absolutely not.
You are not here. Card ain't bringing that shit up.
For Dally, who I don't think the mic would have picked that up, I said, "Can we talk to you about the Arts Council?"
Karin, unless Jace has anything more to say, Karin will leave and let Krozu know that he is in fact leaving.
I'll catch up.
Have fun.
Just a gaggle of children literally climbing on Crozu like they're a mountain.
Yeah. Crozu, as you are out in the garden, eventually you are joined by Jace, who is just kind of letting this happen to you.
Listen,
and-
Crozu could stand up if they wanted to. They're fine.
And you do catch out of the corner of your eye that you are now also being observed by Liesel, although she's a little reticent about the big dog pile.
Oh,
She's very shy, and that's perfectly fine.
I am going to wave a little to Liesel and then say, hey kids, I need to talk with your dad real quick, but when I come back...
Our dad's at the market.
Oh, sorry, I need to talk to your papa real quick. But when I get back, maybe you can show me... I wonder if any of you could do handstands.
There's a lot of whispering, and then someone says, Lozar can. And Lozar says, shut up, it's not that good yet.
Oh my god, my fucking heart. Okay, well, I guess you got a couple minutes to practice while I go talk to your papa.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to attempt to talk to Jace relatively in private.
I mean, obviously he can't leave this many children unattended. But there is like a sort of quieter area of the garden.
Yeah, Crozy just wants to speak with a lowered voice. I wanted to check with you first. When we were at the factory, we found some toys there. They're not problem toys or anything. They're inert. They're not going to come to life. I checked. I did check them, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, they're fine. They don't have any of those animation runes on them. And I thought, the kids have been through a lot lately, and I was wondering if maybe they'd like some new toys, maybe, if it's okay with you, though, obviously.
Yeah. He bites his lip and looks over at the kids and says, "You're absolutely sure? It's just that they came from the evil toy factory, and so you get why I might be."
Hey, listen. Do you want to take a look at them first? If I'm sure, and Hannah, I can vouch for them, right? Should I roll again just to be on the safe side?
No, you rolled very well the first time.
Okay. Sorry, Tally's anxiety makes a guest appearance.
No, this is a character being anxious and not me, the DM, warning you that the toys are evil.
No, I was fairly sure that was the case, but you know how anxiety be.
Yeah. I
can vouch for them, but if you want to look over them first, that's fine. And if you want to say no, that's also fine. I saw this toy sword and I thought of Lozar, and there was some other stuff there, and I thought it would be a shame to give something to Lozar and not the other kids, and you know how it goes.
That's very sweet. If you don't mind me just taking a quick glance at them, I'm sure you've looked them over, but
of course. I hold out my knapsack and I say, ignore the two My First Familiars. Those are someone else's.
Okay. Yeah. He just kind of nods and says, probably Nike's kid, right?
Something like that, yeah.
And he kind of goes through the knapsack, and you see his hand glow this kind of ghostly white. I don't know. Crozu has, I would assume, a lot of experience with like the magic that exists in Mossgrove and how Crozu's been trained.
Yeah.
You have not, in your time as a mercenary, seen a lot of people do magic like this, but it does remind you a little bit of the magic that your mom could do. Not the druidic magic, but her more like arcane training that she came in with.
Like my elf mum or my orc mum? My elf mum.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, he waves a hand over them and he says, "Yeah, they're They're fine. I mean, I trusted you. I just had to check.
No, absolutely. Yeah, they're your kids, you know? Obviously. Yeah, I get it.
Thank you for thinking of them.
Oh, you know, they make an impression, right?
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, but you know, even if there weren't, I mean, yeah, I'll just drop this off to them then, shall I?
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, I'll just do that. Thanks. Yeah, Krozu like has a moment of like thinking about sort of asking us like, oh, is that, you know, Southern Continent magic? But like knowing that there's kind of like a reason that a lot of elves left the Southern Continent and came up north, ultimately decides that that might not be a safe topic for conversation. So they are going to head over and say, well, I do wonder if anyone has a handstand to show me now.
The orc kids, what, like, the other two of them each grab Lozar by a leg and just yank. Lozar does manage to catch himself, which is sort of a handstand.
Impressive.
He did it!
Yeah.
Krozu applauds.
As soon as they kind of let his ankles go, he wobbles a little bit. He manages to stay up for a couple seconds, but he does fall pretty quickly.
But he did it. He
did do it.
Well done. That's a lot longer than I could hold it when I was your age.
You are immediately met with, oh, can you do a handstand now? I bet you're really good at it now that you're old.
You know what? I haven't tried to do a handstand in a while. I guess I could try. Maybe stand back though. If I fall, I don't want to squish any of you.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt a handstand.
Yeah, I will let you choose acrobatics or athletics.
I'm gonna choose athletics, because I have a higher bonus in that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was so close to being a nat 1. It's a 15.
Ooh.
It's a 15, you said?
It's a 15, yes.
Okay, that is enough to do a perfectly acceptable handstand.
Hell yeah.
I kind of, yeah.
And there are a couple of the kids clap for you, and a couple do say, I could probably do that. I just have to get old first.
I come back down onto my feet and say, yep. Well, I didn't fall over, so that's something. So, since you all did a good job of, you know, handstands and helping your brother do handstands and what have you, they are going to set down their knapsack. Well, actually, they would have already set down their knapsack, actually. But they're going to open it and pull out a wooden sword and say, Lozar, I was wondering if you might want this?
Lozar's eyes are huge. And you're almost worried he's going to cry a little bit, but he just very quickly like snatches it from you and holds it to his chest in a way that one should probably not hold a sword, even a practice one.
You know, it's traditional for like warriors to name their best weapons, so maybe you should think of a name for that. This is not me, Dally, insisting that the DM come up with a name right now, just so
he looks at it with like a frown of intense concentration and is clearly contemplating.
Bless him.
Santa.
What was that, Buck?
I said Krozu confirmed Santa Claus.
What? Shut up.
And then Allie said Greg.
Perfect name for a sword.
Hannah, I have like 1 or 2 ideas, and maybe you can tell me if it's like outside the realm of like if it's okay to have found this toy in the random stack of toys.
Sure.
I pull out a toy wand. Would that work?
Yeah.
Like maybe it lights up at the end or something. And
I
say,
think any sort of any toy weapon or like plush animal or similar is probably fair game.
cool. I hold up the toy wand and I go, and I was wondering if a magic user like maybe Kimbra would like a practice wand.
She gasps and takes it from you very, very carefully. And she immediately waves it vigorously, and there is a very real burst of fire at the other end of the room. Oops.
I
You
shoot an
hear
apologetic look at Jace.
yeah, you hear like a message cantrip in your ear. That's not a real wand, is it? That's just her.
It's not meant to be.
Oh yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, we've got it.
A little while, that makes me sure.
What a good baby.
I am going to pull out. At this point, I think, yeah, I'm gonna pull out. Oh, can I pull out a slime cube plushie?
Yes.
And I would like to hold it out to the little orc toddler. I wonder if this might get along with your intellect devourer.
She hugs it and goes, "It squishes."
Yeah. Don't do that with a real slime, though. This one's friendly. Most of them aren't.
She says, "Aw." But she does take it and put it with her intellect devourer.
Who else we? I'm gonna say that now the other kids, Krozu and by extension I do not know that much about, so I'm gonna get some fairly generic things out. I'm gonna say like maybe a toy horse, and
I think we can safely say that all of the other kids find appropriate toys that they
sounds
enjoy.
good. Thank you. Yeah, I was running low on ideas after that.
Yeah. Yeah. Jace kind of smiles at you and looks very appreciative and says, you guys really did more than you had to for this. Thank you."
Oh, look, the toys were right there. It was no trouble at all, I promise.
Even so.
Well, yeah, I'll let you get back to it. Thank you for patronizing Lucky Strike Adventuring Guild.
He kind of laughs and says, "You're the only ones in town."
Which means we're the best.
You're not wrong.
I'm gonna head out.
Yeah.
Claude's not there, but it also means we're the worst.
Shut up, Claude.
Shut up, Claude. Yeah. Is there anything anyone would like to buy in town? Any stores they would like to stop at?
That was just part of the scene. I'll let those two go first.
Okay. I know what you're doing that you did off screen.
Yeah.
Come on.
And
It's
we'll
a
I think we'll end up
secret.
resolving that next session. Do you agree?
I wanna wait until everyone's here.
Just remind me because I will super forget.
No, that's fair.
Okay. Anyways.
I want to go to Durable Don's Magical Emporium.
All right.
And possibly also the trinket shop.
Okay.
I have been putting a lot of very good ideas into the chat for what could be Durable Duns.
And what have I said to all of them?
No.
A knife that turns everything into cake is so deeply broken. Even if it's not living things, every door we come across, you stab it and turn into cake, and we could just eat our ways through.
It could be a thing only so many times per day.
How many times per day do you need to turn something?
Knife in town, they can turn any door into cake by stabbing it, and they stab the door to the Temple of Lorn with it? That's going to be a problem for us.
Even more reason why Rook should have it.
As opposed to someone else.
There are certain magical safeguards on the door to the Temple of Lorn that prevent it from being transformed into cake through
Oh, that's
magical
good,
means.
that's
Hold on, I'm writing that down.
Mother Grizelda thinks of everything. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's just sort of a general ward against transmutation magic and not against cake specifically, but
So you're saying we can't turn it into pie instead?
that is correct. You cannot just turn it into pie.
For transmutation in
Yeah.
general.
Just cake or pie. Problem solved. Anyway, yes, I would like to just go in there and see what there is.
Okay, let me open that.
400 gold to burn, baby.
Devastating. I feel like you haven't made use of your coffee in a while.
If you
Why
think
would
that
you
Rick has
remind them?
me today?
You're right. You're right.
Christ, where's
That's why Luke was able to talk so fast to Janey.
Mhm.
And so thoughtfully with like such good ideas.
I thought, listen,
Such eloquence.
Rook, if you wanted eloquence, you should have gotten Jacques.
They're doing their
Jacques.
best.
The person who has the most eloquence of our group abandoned me.
Because I was gonna
Who?
go during the
Are you talking? Wait, who?
I'm talking to Karen.
Karen. Yeah. Okay.
I probably have the second most charisma, but our charismatic companion abandoned me.
because I was gonna go turning the quest. And now I've got a ring that I have to go
Yeah,
talk
you're
to
on
Tame
the
about.
fucking bench.
Yes.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Now,
Over.
now I have the nice ring that I'm going to talk to Tams to figure out what it does, to figure out who should get it.
Uh-huh. Listen, I'm not saying you're not being productive. I'm just saying you're not being productive towards what the group actually needs you to be productive towards.
Do you mean
Which
by
is
Arts
every
Council.
So by group you mean you and Mallow
And Flood,
And
but like
and Clay?
And we're gonna bring Crozu into it too. If we haven't, did we drag Crozu
It-
into this yet?
It was my fucking idea.
That's right. It was your fucking idea.
Dally,
I'm
you
so
sound
sorry.
And they've regretted it ever since.
you sound so fucking bitter, Dally.
I don't mean to, but it does
Crozu
make
was
it
on
funnier.
Crozu
Crozu,
came up with the idea. You're the only person who is not taking an active role in the art council.
Yeah, because I'm listening to Jamie and understanding what's
Look at me.
involved.
Look at me. Look at me. Fucking look at me. Love wins. Hashtag
love
wins.
wins are.
And you know what love is?
And how's love going to pay for said work?
I've already said the Illers are going to contribute, and then also some people in shipping are going to contribute.
Have you actually talked to them about that yet?
I wrote some letters.
And but you haven't received a response saying whether that's a yes or a no.
I mean, not yet, but
So you're banking on money you don't have yet.
I'm coming up with a funding.
We're putting the energy we need out into the universe, and we're
Yeah.
gonna
Guys.
get it back.
Now we are.
I've just had a cursed thought. Is Rook turning
Yeah.
into a crypto bro?
No, no.
Dally, how could you say something like that?
Root.
Because he's talking about what they'll do with all this money that they don't have.
Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You're a monster.
Rook isn't spending the money. Rook is simply saying where Rook is looking for the money.
I'll never.
So you're the top of the crypto pyramid.
Absolutely.
It's not a pyramid. It's an arts council for the community.
What are you looking for?
Just wanted to know if you got anything interesting in.
We got orbs. We got sticks.
Yep.
We got junk.
Talk about your junk.
Well, he kind of thinks for a second and then goes,
Oh no, I meant your magical junk, not your.
that's an interesting story.
It's like, well, I don't have to tell you.
The missile.
You know why they call me Durable Don, don't they? Don't they?
expected to find out, but not
Tell me, don't show me.
in a flirting way.
Tell me, don't show me.
Oh, well, it's very simple. One time I made sweet love to a basilisk.
Holy shit.
I have no words.
And ever since then, it's been, he knocks on his crotch and you hear a loud thunk and it's terrible.
Oh my god.
So
Just say pee.
I talk to me about your fine goods that are
Oh, the junk bin.
yes.
It's a bin full of junk. This stuff that's not sticks or orbs or potions. Or, well, some of the sticks are wands and some of the sticks are staffs and some of the sticks, I'm pretty sure, are just sticks.
That makes sense.
But these are things that are not stick or orbular in shape. They are neither weapons nor potions. They're just junk.
What's in the junk box?
Okay.
You about your junk.
I've already
He just
suffered
did
from-
tell you about his junk. What, sorry?
Listen, there was an out. He said, you know why they call me durable done, don't you? And you said, I would love to find out.
likes to learn new things about people.
Apparently.
Oh yeah, no, this is entirely on Rook.
Yeah.
Have you had that planned? Like, is that a canon part of his backstory, or did you make that shit up on the spot?
We will never know.
Hannah
wanna
is
know.
giving Bucky a
Show
look
me.
that says, I'll never tell.
He will if you ask. Okay. So there's a coin stamped on both sides with slightly different images of a rat. There is a bronze pentacle with an etching of a rat's head in the center, not to be confused with the rat coin. There is a bottle of ink. There's a glass jar containing a weird bit of flesh floating in pickling fluid. There's a glass jar with a label that reads Griffin Grease.
Fascinating.
There's a wooden pan flute, a candle, a little wooden mouse figurine, a big... You are writing all of this down, huh?
Well, you're not gonna repeat it.
Allie takes notes.
A big scale, not like measuring like from a creature. A notebook. A salt shaker shaped like a wizard's tower. A loose fistful of beans.
Sorry.
A set of dice and 2 different pan flutes.
This is on top of the first pan flute.
Oh, sorry. There are 2 total pan flutes, which are different in nature.
But the griffin rings sound like something you put on your wings to go faster.
You're so pink.
All right.
As always, everything in this shop is a magical item. Not everything in this shop is a useful magical item.
Notebook.
The notebook has a faint aura of magic. It what? Okay. Roll me an Arcana check. As you do this, Durable Done says, "Huh, good one."
Plus 6.
And 6.
And Arcana?
Uh-huh.
Plus 0.
Unless you can justify another skill.
Well,
I mean, you've been justifying Tinker's Tools, but I think this one is definitely like...
what about Alchemist?
I'm honestly more comfortable with Tinker's Tools.
That's fair. All right, that's a 6.
Okay. With a hot 6, it is probably magical. It tastes like leather and paper.
Incredible.
What does it do, Don?
It's a notebook. You can take notes in it or something.
Okay. I flip through it.
It is blank.
How much is it?
Well, do you want just a notebook or do you want it in the combo deal with the lead-based arcane ink? Because we also got arcane ink, comma, lead-based over there.
Holding. Arcane. Well, how much would it be both together?
Both together is about 10 gold.
Oh, done. Magic. Notebook. Arcane ink. Lead base. Okay, that's 10 gold.
Yep. You can write your spells and such with the ink if you need.
I don't have any spells.
Okay, well, then probably the arcane ink was a bit of a steep investment for you. But
Maybe that's it.
you do you.
Yeah.
Well, just tell him not to lick the paintbrush. What to make the point finer.
Right. What about this loose fistful of beans?
Oh, the beans.
Yeah.
Oh well, we're running them 3 for a price of 2, or 5 for the price of
3, maybe.
I have a wild question for you.
Yep.
The entire junk box.
So,
Like, do I get a discount if I just buy the whole thing?
well, shoot. I reckon you could have a bulk discount. Let me think about it.
Okay.
Okay. Let me
No.
let me just pull out this abacus right here.
Beans? Beans? It's actual beans.
Tech.
I don't
Tick,
know.
tick,
Didn't
tick.
know he'd stolen my beans. I watched him crawl back over the wall when bang flashed the lightning crash.
I like little magic items that are kind of useless.
I've noticed.
Is
Don't we
Bucky
all?
okay? He started singing a nursery rhyme.
No, it was from Into the Woods. It was the witch's rap.
Oh.
The beans, the special beans. I let him go. I didn't know he'd stolen my beans.
No, it's okay. I heard you. It's okay. But yes,
Sorry.
beans. No, it's fine.
I know we didn't make any money off this job, but Rook doesn't.
Does Rook think that Jace and Connor are going to pay well?
No.
Rook just doesn't understand about money.
He has rich bird problems.
Yeah, not as big problems as, Clud, but
First burled problems.
yeah, first world problems.
Oh my god.
I tried.
Mm-hmm.
First bird problems. Rich bird syndrome. Hello, Miss Ma'am.
Is she Miss Ma'am? Oh, look at that, Miss Ma'am.
All right. So for the rat coin,
Mm-hmm.
the rat pentacle, not to be confused with said rat coin.
Right.
The jar of flesh. Well, you asked for it. I can
No.
discount it from the total. You just said whole junk box, so I'm totaling up the whole junk box.
Thank
You
you.
want the griffin grease. You want
Mhm.
both pan flutes.
Mm-hmm.
You want the little wooden mouse statue. Son of a bitch.
It helps you sneak, right?
Yep.
Yep. Is this the second one?
No,
Okay.
I just haven't updated the list.
All right, let me cross that one out.
Yeah. Here. Okay, let me just take the mouse statue off there. You need big scale. You want the salt shaker.
Uh-huh.
You want the dice.
Mm-hmm.
And you're buying all 5 beans.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 362 gold and 6 silver.
How much is it without the pickled flesh?
Well, this is a good jar of flesh, man.
What does it do?
I don't know. It's magical.
So cool.
I have a kid that I just asked about that. He hadn't come out in a while to talk to me about the flesh jar.
Okay.
I mean, you can ask him. Your friend up at the thing. Yeah, he does mind identifying.
Great.
Anywho, if you don't want the flesh jar, There's 350 gold and 6 silver.
I'm sorry, how much was it for the whole thing?
361.
361, thank you. 361
There's
gold.
362. Thank you.
362 gold, okay.
The flesh jar costs 12 gold.
How much does this matter to me?
Well, again, you are welcome to purchase them individually. I'll have to go out and find more junk stuff if you're buying all my damn junk stuff. But
Is this a...
I mean, I'm certainly not going to complain. It is quite lucrative to have you here.
And this is the bulk discount?
Baby girl. Hey, baby girl.
There's no discount on it.
I need you to roll charisma, or you can choose a charisma skill.
I have a question.
Persuasion, deception, or performance.
The durable done. 1 second. For 1 second. Would you say that I've been talking to Durable Done for a minute?
I would
Yeah.
say that in my heart, you have been talking to Durable Done approximately as long as I've been alive. So yeah, for a minute at least.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi.
You finally get to use the skill.
Oh, actually, this is useless to me right now.
What? No, me.
You serious?
Yeah, I don't want to charm him. Like, if I roll well the charisma thing, I'll just get what I want. So
Oh, I see we have a clover.
I'm rolling my d20.
Yes. Which skill?
Persuasion.
Okay.
What was the other option?
The other options I gave you were deception and performance.
Definitely persuasion.
I don't think you're intimidating.
I have a
Durable
times
Done.
2
The man had sex
proficiency.
with a basilisk.
I have a times 2 proficiency on persuasion. I'm not sure what that means.
That means you get double your proficiency bonus plus your charisma.
Yeah,
Because you
definitely.
took expertise in it.
Okay. Okay, well, it's fine though. 8 plus 1 is 9 plus 6 is 15.
Okay, 15.
Can I actually... Sweet is this?
Sweetie.
Okay, can I use... No, that's stupid. Never mind.
He says, "All right, the bulk discount. Yeah, I nearly forgot there.
Mhm.
Oops, wait, that is not how math works.
Sorry, can basilisks consent?
Yes,
Okay, just checking.
I think
they had a lovely evening.
I think it really depends on the universe in which these basilisks exist.
Well, Hannah confirms they can, so we good.
With the bulk discount, that's 298 gold and 1 copper.
Well, with a deal like that, how can I resist? Oh, hey, buddy.
Okie doke. Now, here's the whole box. You got to keep track of this mess now. You hear?
Yep. Let's see.
I'm gonna
It's
guess
on
we're
your
gonna-
character sheet now, buddy.
100 okay, 1 second.
That is Rick's problem.
I gotta go order some new stuff from my guy.
Okay.
We gotta go Tim and have him identify every single
Write this
one.
down. Okay. Coin with rat
Miss me.
images.
It's me.
Bronze
He's so bad.
tentacle rat head.
She's an itty. Born from bees' own loins.
I did it with the jar of flesh.
Yes.
Okay. Jar.
Did you buy the whole thing?
Yes.
Are
Well,
you
the whole junk box. There's still sticks, orbs, scrolls, potions, apparel, and weapons.
Are you broke now?
Yes.
I still have like 100 gold.
Incredible.
Okay,
You're-
so you didn't
you're
spend
peasant
all
rich
your
and
gold. You only spent most of your gold.
Listen.
I refuse.
Allie's like, I'm not indulging this bullshit.
Big scale.
I know Pam's gonna be busy.
5 beans.
Yep.
The same number on Apple.
Okay. All right. I'll go visit Tam.
Okay.
Did Corin happen to get to Pam roughly around the same time?
If you want to, sure.
I beg of thee.
How's it going?
Rook? Yeah? What did you do?
What do you mean?
What's in the box?
Stuff?
What do you mean some stuff?
Well, we're always finding little magic items so useful and helpful in our adventures, and so I just thought I'd buy us a box.
You bought
you
us...
ever used?
I mean, it's crap.
You have used magic items!
They've also made a potato.
Here, have a potato.
Thanks.
An avocado! Thanks!
Wait, is Krozu also here?
Sure not.
Okay.
I left before Cursor did.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Um,
The good news is I've got us a magic ring that I'm gonna have Tam identify.
Nice. I've got a couple things for Tam to identify too.
Jesus Christ.
A couple.
Maybe I should go first.
Yeah. Okay. What do I say?
okay. Okay. Yeah. Tam is having a lovely morning. Is consuming some more of the ice cream Janey made. Just sort of cheerfully basking on a like a picnic table outside the thing, enjoying outside the Adventurers Guild, enjoying his Sunday. You can see he's picked up a couple of like little items at the market, some non-lead based arcane ink and some parchment and things. And he says, "Oh hey,
I have one thing for you to identify.
why did you specify one thing? Usually you guys have one thing for me to identify."
I have one thing for you to identify.
Baby,
Just it's on the ring.
Oh. Okay, yeah, sure. I can take a look at this ring, definitely. Tam casts identify on the ring and says, so this is a it's weird. I could have sworn this has the same magical signature as an immovable rod.
White makes sense.
here,
Yeah.
let me lick it.
No,
Oh my God.
no.
I would like to attempt.
You're gonna lick the fucking ring.
Can
Okay.
I grab the ring before?
Can I
Make a reflex save. I'm just gonna make a DC.
Okay.
What's your dexterity?
My dexterity is 17, which is a plus.
Okay, you gotta beat Rook's dexterity score.
Nope.
Okay, yeah, lick the ring.
Got an 11.
Okay, you don't know a ton about the magic here, but you're pretty sure Tam is wrong. What you've got the vibes of like something to do with transit or movement, which is sort of the same thing Tam was getting, but Tam rolled very badly on his magic check. Tam rolled as badly as you can roll.
Ooh.
Listen, I mean, it's a D4. Like if we want to get deep into the magic system I've developed for Tamlin, like listen, if he rolls good, he's really good, and if he rolls bad, he's really bad.
Makes sense.
And if he rolls in the middle, good for you guys.
Yep.
Okay. So, he says, "Yeah, sorry, I think I whiffed that one. I
Appreciate it. Either way.
You probably shouldn't bite it though. Like I don't know exactly what it does, but I think biting it's
Could take it back.
bad.
Yeah,
Take it back. Hold on to this.
It's not something
If
to do
you-
with movement, transit.
If you where'd you did you get it off of a corpse? Because you can't ask a corpse what it's.
No, I got it. Jason Connor gave it as payment.
Oh, well, just ask Jason Connor then. Like
No, that's
Oh
not-
yeah.
Connor's in town right now. If you wanna.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll wait a little bit.
Yeah, sure. And you had needed a favor?
Well,
Anyone else can come up at any time. I'm assuming this will take a while.
Torna's sitting back, ready for healing to heal Tam and or Rook at any point.
I got a mystery box and was hoping you could help me identify its contents.
Hold on.
I'm not breeding mimics ever again.
No, junk chest.
You bought Durable Don's junk? Okay.
Just so you know, the kind of volume that you just hit is the kind of volume that the mic cuts out.
Guy that would sell you his own junk for
Oh, for
the
sure,
right price.
for sure. Yes?
I would like to direct everyone's attention to the meme I just posted.
It's Tam when Root brings the box of stuff, and it's Anthony from Queer Eye, right?
What?
That guy is Anthony from Queer Eye, right?
I actually don't know.
No idea.
I pulled
He
it.
does
from,
look like the guy from Queer Eye.
I'm pretty sure it's him.
He looks like him, yeah.
I pulled it from the meme of like the bard when all of his half-human gaggle of children come in.
I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Let's fucking do this.
Okay. Rude. Junk. Okay. Not that kind of junk. Shut up. Okay, so first up we have this notebook.
Okay. The notebook is, I mean, it's a notebook. You can write in it, but it has kind of a, I think some kind of like safety speech feature. Like you can only read it if you do a certain thing. What that thing is, couldn't tell you. But
It's a My Password journal.
the mine password line was pretty faulty. If you just sort of yelled at the right tone, it would.
What about this lead-based arcane ink? Don't lick it.
Why would I lick it?
Thought I'd mention it.
Listen, I don't have to cast Identify on that. It's arcane ink.
Okay, sit.
It is lead based, which is interesting in the sense that you probably couldn't inscribe a rune with it since lead sort of blocks magic sometimes.
Interesting. Well, maybe I'll give it to someone as a prank.
I mean, if you dumped it over something, I guess it would obscure its magical aura, but honestly, it's probably just worth I don't know, using it to write in your spell book or something. Would definitely make it easier to make a copy of a glyph of warding without like setting it off.
Could you use it?
Could I use the lead-based arcane ink?
Yeah.
I guess so. I mean, it's
Want it?
Sure, I will take this lead-based arcane ink off your hands.
You identify so many things for us.
That's true. It's a
real gift.
it's an extremely mediocre service I provide. But it does give me a lot of practice, so that's good.
You know, but if you can use it, you should have it.
Thank you for this ink.
That I didn't ask for.
I mean, you don't want it. I'll find
No,
something else to do with it.
I want the ink. I love this ink. Thank you.
I love this ink.
What's next? Oh, what's...
Don't lick it. I'm not there.
What's in that weird jar?
I'm not to it yet. How is this going with rat images?
Okay.
That made Tim want to die.
He says, this is a deeply magical coin.
Okay.
It's resisting my attempts to identify it in a way that feels almost, I don't want to say sentient. I don't think it's a sentient magical item, but it is strangely reticent to let me know what's up with it. I think this is a very important object.
It's AI.
Oh.
It's AI. It's not sentient, but it's trying something.
I think there will come a right time along your quest to use this item, and you will definitely know it when you're there.
Okay.
Don't like it.
Don't like it. Fucking like it. I swear to
You can lick whatever you want.
What about this bronze pentacle with a rat head on it etched into it?
Was there some kind of like rat themed special, or
This is the third rat-based item you have bought.
Fourth. Well, no,
the
one
other
was
was a mouse?
So yes, third-based rat.
He says, this one is pretty straightforward. If you spend enough time sort of attuning to it, then you can have you can, if you throw it at something else, it will create a vulnerability to a certain elemental force of your choice. So if you really wanted something to take a lot of damage from lightning or thunder or something like that. But as long as you are attuned to it up to the point when you throw it at something else, you will probably also be vulnerable to that. So keep that in mind if you decide to use it.
Is that like do you decide that vulnerability when you attune with it? Or
Yeah, whenever you attune with it.
Cool.
Attunement usually takes half an hour to an hour, so I would maybe not attune to this until it's time.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
But yeah, as long as you're like preparing for a fight in advance, it could be useful.
Oh, what glass jar with pickled flesh?
That is a glass jar full of pickled flesh.
Also, if this is not entertaining to the rest of the group, it's okay, and I can make Hannah do this with me later.
It's.
I mean, at very least want to know what this pickled flesh is.
Yeah, I'm invested.
Yeah, isn't this the last item?
No. We're
Oh.
It's
maybe halfway through.
I mean, I'm still riveted, regardless.
okay. Well, number one, it's yucky.
I agree.
And number two, I think if you leave it out on a full moon, or maybe new moon, or
a moon.
listen, you have. It's definitely not crescent or gibbous, so it's either full or new.
It's a 50-50 shot.
It's a 50-50 shot, and if you just leave it out on one of the nights when one moon is full and the other one is new, then you're covered.
Yeah, right.
But the point is, I think it will eventually grow an unseen, or in this case, very seen servant that you could use once in a while, maybe summon to you.
Hate that.
The jar.
I hate that.
Okay.
It's like a kind of a little it's definitely part of a homunculus that's growing more homunculus. But yeah, I'd say you could functionally cast Unseen Servant with it, maybe
It's a whole new movie to work on a flask.
maybe whenever the moon is good for that.
Cool. What about the griffin green? That sounds more exciting and less horrifying.
You're the one who bought the jar of pickled flesh. I'm just
It was
telling you what
part
it does.
Discount.
That you asked for and prompted.
Rook,
Yeah.
this is a jar of lard. It's it is not griffin. It is just lard.
Griffin. Just lard. Is it
Just
magic lard?
Lord.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything that you deep fry in it will turn out perfectly crisped and delicious.
Taste it.
So we could
Give it to Snert.
Yeah.
Or Mallow. Mallow's a great cook.
Yeah.
Really, Chris.
But it's enchanted, but it is just lard.
Perfect.
There is no griffin involved here, and honestly, I think it would be a violation of the Endangered Species Act if there was.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that. What about this pan flute?
This pan flute or this pan flute?
That pan flute.
Okay. This pan flute.
No, that.
Oh, sorry. The other pan.
Pan flute over there.
This pan flute will summon a chimera.
Much? Do I believe that?
Well, you believe that Tam believes that.
Okay.
You can just go outside of town and test it.
Are any of these one-use items?
I
That's the griffin grease. Well, I suppose that's however many.
well, I mean, if you're careful with the griffin grease and you pour it back in, it's probably
Yeah, you clean the oil. Yeah.
But the pan flute is not a one-use item. I believe it recharges every dawn or every moonrise. Again, magical items are weird about that, especially with the multiple moons
Right. Yeah.
and the dawns. But I think you get one charge a day.
Okay. Nice. What about?
How much did he charge you for a whole pan flute that would summon a chimera to your aid?
Well, altogether, it was a little under 400 gold.
It's a great deal.
Or sorry, 300 gold.
I think the chimera will be friendly.
Well, there's only one way to find
We
out.
should definitely go outside of town to test that.
Yeah, for sure. What about the second? What about this thing?
Okay, this pan flute, first of all, it smells weird. The first one was made of like wood and is nice. This one is made of metal and carries like a faintly slimy odor to it. This pan flute will make every rat that hears it friendly to you.
Force rat item.
We love rats in this.
I think it also works on cockroaches.
When Snurt decides that he needs a new rat,
I'm not making rats my friends and then killing them. It's not happening, Karin.
okay.
What about this candle?
Yeah, this is a magic candle in the sense that no matter how much fire you put on it, it will not light. It is an unlightable candle.
It's a good prank gift.
You could he like wreathes his whole hand in fire and brings it up to the wick of the candle and just like kind of slaps it around for a minute and then says, "Yep, won't light no matter what."
What if you apply like an ice cube to it?
I hadn't tried that, but he pokes his like ice cream onto the candle and nothing happens.
That's an answer. Thank you.
I mean, it might be different with like elemental ice or something, but probably not.
Yeah, probably. I don't know much about the elemental stuff anyway. What about this big scale?
This, well, first of all, I think that is a scale from a dragon. So, congratulations to you.
Oh, cool. Tight.
Gonna.
Yeah, it's a pretty big one. Dragon must have been huge.
What does it do?
Uh-huh. Oh, well, like many dragon body parts, it carries a certain resistance to the element that it was that the dragon itself was innately born of. So I'd say if you put this as a liner in like a shield or maybe a breastplate, it's pretty flexible. It could probably go in leather armor even. But it would grant the wearer resistance to. I'd have to look up this color of dragon to be honest, but something.
Yeah. What color is the scale?
I'm gonna say the scale is green. Is it acid? I know black dragons are acid.
I believe it's black and green are acid, and then like blue and yellow are lightning, and then like white is ice, red is fire.
It is poison, not acid.
Poison.
but poison resistance.
Good one.
Mhm.
We won't put it in Luke's breastplate, though.
Well, I don't have a breastplate.
Oh.
Yeah, what's Salt Shaker? Looks like Wizard Tower. That's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
We're almost done. This is the third to last.
We are gonna just. Corin is gonna just put that away.
Yeah, you can whoever needs it.
Maybe I'll put it on Cluds.
Okay.
He's in
If
danger of getting murdered more than the rest of the guys.
if you
Why?
Miller.
Oops.
So
Everyone already thinks he's dead. Oh god. Oh god.
if you shake this over your food, it will be a little more rejuvenating, and even if it's just a quick snack, you'll feel like you've regained some strength, I think. Mechanically out of character, you can shake this over a snack and spend 15 minutes eating it to gain the benefits of a short rest that would otherwise take an hour. It's
Nice.
functionally the same as casting catnap. And that has 5 uses until it's depleted because it's a salt shaker.
Mhm.
But I guess if you really wanted to, you could blow all 5 uses on the same day.
I mean, in theory.
You'd run out of hit dice, but
Yeah.
Well, there's
There's
four of us.
5 of us.
5 of us. There's 5 of us. That's right.
It is good for one trip.
Yes. What about these beans?
those beans.
These beans. Those beans.
Those are magic beans from a bag of beans, and I don't know why you have them outside of a bean bag.
I don't know what a bean bag is.
So, they're dried beans that are, you know how I goof up sometimes?
Yeah, but like you're out there doing your best. You know, we all goof up.
Okay, well, each of these beans is like a little goof up, and if you plant it and sprinkle some water over it, it'll do a special goof up just for you, pretty much instantly, but on purpose.
Okay.
I would consider putting them in maybe an oiled cloth or something, so that you don't get them wet, just because they're very just loose.
Okay. Yeah, I can put them in an oiled cloth.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 2.
Yeah, or just like a nice sealed pouch.
Yeah. And finally, I have this set of dice. Last one, folks.
Did it go quiet?
Yeah,
Anna is typing.
Oh, okay. Oh, typing? Oh no.
set of dice.
Frightening.
Very frightening.
Thunderbolt of lightning.
Yeah, if you roll these dice, you can probably pick which number it falls on. At least some of the time.
So loaded dice.
Well, loaded is a sort of non-magical equivalent to this. Loaded is a die that's weighted to
Magically
always.
loaded dice.
I want it to be a 6.
It is a 6.
Nice. I rolled a 1. Just a 6.
He says, yeah. So like with a weighted die, you could, or with a loaded die, you could weight it so that it usually falls on a 6. With this one, if you want a 6, you roll a 6. But if you say, oh, I really need a 3, you roll it, and it's a 3. It does have a pretty loud magical aura, though, so I wouldn't prank people who know anything about the arcane.
Magic. Don't rank anyone.
Prank masters.
Oh, no, but you know how autistic people can hear electricity?
Yeah.
Do autistic
Yes.
people in the world hear magic?
That would be so cool. I mean, it could also be really annoying.
Yeah, I think there is a level at which they're very aware of sort of the ongoing thrum of the weave.
It's like, would it kill
Absolutely.
the weave to just keep it down?
Maybe
Thank you, Tam.
Does Cruzu have a breastplate?
You're welcome.
Does Cruzy what, sorry?
And patient, and I really appreciate you.
I am out of spell slots.
Oh God, can I do anything for you?
No, I'm just gonna eat my ice cream.
Can I get you more ice cream? Can I?
Do you want a turkey leg?
Can I sprinkle some of this salt?
Please don't sprinkle salt on my ice cream. I am actually good without the turkey leg. Eating meat freaks me out a little bit.
Good.
Well, there is one thing you could do for me, and Tam is going to lean over to Rook and whisper in Rook's little owl ear hole.
Okay.
Gonna whisper what, though?
A thing.
Gonna whisper what, though?
Out of character, does Cruzu have a breastplate?
Sort of. It's not metal, though. Like, it's... Sorry?
I don't think it would need to be metal. I'm just thinking, like, because both I think you and Claude were leather. We just, like, kind of slit it open, stick the thing in, or sew it onto it.
Yeah. I've kind of headcanoned that it's kind of like enchanted tree bark. Tree bark? Tree bark. Yeah.
Yeah. Iron bark is totally fine and makes sense with your backstory.
Sweet.
Wait, my message.
Anyways, is there anything that anyone else would like to do on screen during
I would like to know what Tam whispered to Rook.
Oh, you will not find out.
Fine.
I mean, unless Rook blurts out an answer out loud after Tam has very carefully whispered to them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Karin is very full view of this.
Okay. Karin may make a perception roll.
Yep. Is a 21.
Very good. Tam rolled a 23, though.
God damn it.
Ooh. I am... Okay. Well played, Tam.
It's okay. Just talk to Rook later.
You are really contemplating. Okay, so aside from that, I think the rest of Market Day goes nicely. Janey has another batch of ice cream and some lovely homemade sandwiches. That's fair.
Wait, what? I didn't hear that.
I was just saying, fuck, I want ice cream now.
Yeah,
and I think we are going to go ahead and end session there and let you guys pick quests next time.
Yeah.
May I state for the record that Cruzu dropped a toy off for Katya as well, so she wasn't left out.
Aw, of course.
And
Very good.
possibly bought a couple of things, but I can figure out that with you later.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I would also like to say that Cruzu dropped in on Mother Grizelda, and like, if other people wanted to come too, that's fine. But I realised that we hadn't mentioned the disintegration thing to Mother Grizelda, and maybe we should. Maybe we should just do that tomorrow, actually. Maybe that would make more sense.
I think that's a conversation that can happen like on screen, probably.
Yeah, I think that should, that feels like an on-screen thing, so we can do that next time.
I haven't actually rolled to find out what she knows about that yet. So.
Cool, yeah. Thank you, Hannah.
I did not mean to send you into an existential tailspin with this question.
Is Allie okay?
Allie is really, really chewing on the question that Tam asked Rogue.
Are we allowed to know out of character?
No,
Absolutely not.
absolutely not.
Is the question, is Claude single? And now you're having to go, well, technically yes, but also my brother's interested in him, so I don't know.
The question is not, is Claude single?
Okay, so now we know one thing it's not.
Only infinity more questions to go.
Okay, shall I go ahead and stop the recording?
I think so.
Okay, thank you everyone. Good night.
Good night.